Here we go.
Cut the fix up with some Xbox babies, put the switch up. See me gearing up for war, don't get it mixed up. I come in peace, kid. I'm bringing commentary and the new releases. I put them hours in to get prepared now. We play on expert level, don't get scared now. I'ma destroy you when I'm Forza, I can tear down. If you ain't tuned into the channel, keep your head down. Cut the fix up with some Xbox babies, put the switch up. See me gearing up for war, don't get it mixed up. I come in peace, kid. I'm bringing commentary and the new releases. I put them hours in to get prepared now. We play on expert level, don't get scared now. I'ma destroy you when I'm Forza, I can tear down. If you ain't tuned into the channel, keep your head down.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to The Fix. It's been a while. It's been a while since you've been gone. Anyway, we're back home now. Thank you all for coming by. I need to make a Twitter post in a second, but before I do, and I would ask for anyone that's here to share it out. Thank you, Spider. I see you, Silent Cypher. I'm not sure if there's anyone else lurking. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for coming by. Definitely have to get more consistent with it because I know people have probably moved to watching other people, et cetera, and not seeing us here. But
yeah, but none of the other people are as cute as us.
That's true. They're not. So, nobody can do it quite like we can.
Are,
I'm saying.
Well, as LL say, nobody can quite do it like we can. We take a muscle-bound man and put his face in the sand. Anyway, without further ado, let me welcome in our two great panelists / co-hosts. And that is returning from abroad and being more, classically trained on all of things of America, of Americana. Daniel J. McGee, welcome back, brother.
Hello. What's up?
And of course, our newest and one of the most elitist members of knowledge in gaming academia.
I don't think elitist is a compliment.
I know what he's going for.
Good
he's going for the elite squad. That was what we used to call ourselves during the pandemic.
Indeed.
I get
Crusader. Welcome, Crusader.
How we doing tonight? I'm good.
So, fellas, it has been a little bit. It's been a little bit. It's been a little while. Hey, Silent, I don't know if you're busy or anything, brother. If you want to jump in with us, you can feel free. But since you're out here, we haven't had a chance to talk in a while, me and Silent Cypher, but just throwing it out there. But tonight we're going to talk about a bunch of different things because we missed a bunch of weeks. And one of the main topic, obviously, will be the PlayStation cross-buy, which is a big... fairly big revelation. Something I think we all kind of saw eventually happening, but it's interesting to see. And we got just a bunch of different topics to talk about. Maybe topics you all may have heard about before, but this is our perspective. So there is that. So let's do this housekeeping really quick, and I'll start with you, Danny. Danny, tell the good folks what you have been up to, man. What have you been? What have you been watching? What have you been playing? What have you the culture you've been ingesting? What's been going on with you?
Oof, man. It's been a minute, so I've done a lot of stuff. So the first week that we were gone, you guys might have done a show. I don't actually know. But I was out of town at my sister's wedding. She was getting married off in California, despite the fact that she lives here in Texas. But her now husband's family lives out that way. So we flew into LA and then drove all the way up to San Francisco for the wedding and then back down to LA for the reception and then had a second reception back here in Dallas the following Saturday.
Oh
There was a
wow.
lot going on.
They were really
Um,
celebrating.
It was, hey, his family is out that way for the most part, and ours is out here, and neither of them really wanted to travel, so they were like, all right, we'll just do two, I guess. Um,
That's
but boy, it was a lot of driving.
that had to be a pretty penny to do all that from.
Oh, it was, and they didn't have that pretty penny to spend, but they figured it out.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, I guess. I also, it was great. There was a lot of the stuff in between kind of sucked. A lot of the driving and traveling and all that kind of sucked, but the actual events were all great.
Yeah.
And one of the days while we were there, I managed to sneak away and go on a solo adventure to Disneyland.
Oh wow, you went to Disney.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Disneyland is great. Disneyland by yourself, that's awesome. That's the millennial dream.
I thought you were gonna say it was bad, but okay.
No, hell no. Are you kidding me? You walk into basically any restaurant or ride or whatever, and if you're a single rider, you get through it so much faster because you start getting up to the front and they'll be like, is there any like single riders who can get on this ride or whatever, because they'll have like one seat open and you're like, yes, me, I'll do that.
That makes
so
some
you get through
sense.
stuff
Actually,
way faster.
yeah, I never thought about it
It's
like that.
great.
Yeah, I'm so used to being with people if I go to like Great America or something like that, where it's like we're in groups. But I have seen them offer people like, hey, anyone single person, whatever. I never thought about it like that because I've never been single going to the spot.
So one of the big reasons I wanted to go was because for Halloween they redress the Haunted Mansion to be Nightmare Before Christmas. And I've only ever been there once before, but I was definitely like, I don't know when the next time I'll get a chance to go to Disneyland is, period, let alone the opportunity to go during, tail end of October when they do this thing.
Right.
So I was like, I gotta go see that. Like, that'd be really cool. And it was great. It's like a complete, I mean, it's the same ride. You're on the same track, but everything is like reskinned to be Nightmare Before Christmas. And it's all, so you got like Oogie Boogie hanging out, and it's a really good time. I also hadn't been there since they set up the Star Wars world. So got to do all the Star Wars rides and do all that. It was great. They just remodeled Splash Mountain to be themed around Princess and the Frog, like Tiana. So I went and did that too, and got absolutely fucking drenched because when you're a single rider, they put you at the front. But when you're a single rider who's a big guy, it makes you dip into the water real good. And so me and the first like 2 or 3 rows got drenched. We were ruined.
Oh wow. Well, that's cool, man. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed that as far as that goes.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you do anything else out there in LA, or did you go and see
the
Star Walk out there?
No, we didn't go to Hollywood.
No.
We didn't spend a ton of time in LA proper, which is probably for the best because like San Francisco was just a lot nicer. Like LA was fine, I guess. It was maybe a little grosser. Like everything felt dirtier than San Francisco for some reason.
I guess I can see that. It's a bigger city, right?
Yeah. And then San Francisco was like, it was just really polished. It was real nice. I really appreciated that one. And we went to like see the redwoods when we were up there. We stopped by Big Sur, which is a mountain and not a man. On the way back, like we did all kinds of stuff. Did the Santa Monica Pier. We made a day out of the 12 hours we were driving from San Francisco down to LA.
Nice.
But
that's how long it took. 7 hours there and back.
No, we were just on the trip from San Francisco to LA was like all day.
Oh wow! I thought it was shorter. I didn't think it was that far away. But I forget. California is gigantic.
Yeah, it's really big. And then also we were taking the PCH, the like scenic route, basically. So that had some time.
Okay. How long did it take you guys to get from Texas out there?
I mean, we flew, so that was fast. 3 hours.
There you go.
I had just enough time to watch the first 4 episodes of Ted Lasso.
Nice.
Fun show.
Did you enjoy it? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. I don't know. I don't know when I'll ever. watch more of it because I'm not going to get Apple TV, and I'm not really that invested to find other ways to find it. But
I was
yeah,
gonna
it's a cute
say
show.
there are ways now, but
Oh no, I'm sure.
you just let me know. But that I didn't even think it took 3 hours to fly from Texas to Cali. I figured that was shorter for some reason.
Well, in some ways it is because it's a 3 hour fly, but because of time zones, it was only 1 hour later when we landed there. So I guess kind of it was only 1 hour.
That's trippy, isn't it? that's trippy as hell.
It sucked on the way back because I was like, oh, we're leaving at like 6 o'clock. We're going to land. Nope, 10 o'clock. And then I had to go to work the next day. It was like, great, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. Congratulations to your sister and your new brother-in-law and your new family. You know?
No, we're not calling him that yet.
You're not calling
Hey, calling him that yet.
Do you guys get along? Like, is it?
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah.
I truthfully don't know him that well, but he.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He grew on me a little during this trip, but
All right.
otherwise,
I mean,
he's a loser.
You know, it'd be crazy, like to
Yeah.
meet the new brother-in-law, and they're like way ideologically unlike you. You gonna be like, okay, wait a minute now.
Yeah, he's a character.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like he's okay. He's an okay guy. Is he good enough for my sister? Hell no, absolutely not.
Everybody thinks that, right?
Right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. But as far as what you've been, okay, so you've been traveling around. You're traveling man. You get to Disney World, and you know, and you got the single rides and all that. What about any beside Ted Lasso? Anything you've been watching beside that, or playing anything lately, or had a chance to?
Right before I left, me and Skylar, my RSR co-host, went to go watch Tron Ares. So that was kind of fun. It's not a terrible movie.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like pretty on par, I would say, with the other Tron movies, which is like, it's a good time. It's not a good movie, but like visually it's interesting. The Nine Inch Nails soundtrack is really good. It is an enjoyable time. The acting is pretty rough. Jared Leto's real bad. And he's not even the worst person in the movie in terms of acting. There are at least 2 who do worse. But it's got some fun stuff. It is worth a watch on like a $5 matinee or like later when it comes to Disney Plus or something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is that.
And game wise, started playing Deus Ex, the original Deus Ex for the podcast. That game has a lot of really good ideas, and it is aged really bad, just really, really bad.
And you're playing the original version, correct?
The original version, yeah, on Steam. I actually have it paused right now in the background, but but yeah, it's one of those games where like it just doesn't tell you anything, and it's like they'll figure it out, which is true. Like you will eventually, and that's to some extent like kind of fun. Like it's I think kind of where the like immersive sim gameplay style started.
Yep.
And so like I get that, and it's pretty interesting, but it also it just doesn't look great. And I don't mean like visually, but it's just like because there's so many different ways that you can do everything, all of the individual ways feel like accidents. Like whenever you do something correctly, it's like, is that how I was supposed to do that? That doesn't feel like that was supposed to work out like that. All right, whatever, man. Like it kind of feels like you're just chuckle fucking your way through this game. And also like its lighting is really bad. Like some of the gameplay mechanics of it sort of are like they don't give you a normal flashlight. They give you one that's like tied to a battery that's a limited resource, but then the game is pitch black the whole time. And it's like, oh cool, so I'll just not see anything I'm doing ever. Why would I need that?
Yeah. I mean, it is it's old, I guess, right?
It's really old. It's still, I think, good. I think this, especially the writing, I think is quite good. Okay. But yeah, going back to it and playing it today, it's like, oof, We've come a long way.
Yeah. That's cool. I haven't actually never played the original, so I was thinking about getting that for PC maybe. And at least with
Yeah,
PC,
well-
I can tinker with it enough to probably correct those things, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah,
if,
probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'm playing on PC, but I just haven't
Oh, you okay?
changed any of the things.
It
But
pro-
it's,
I'm sure there's probably some mod out there that probably fixes everything.
I'm sure, but like I'm also reviewing it for the podcast, so it's like
I'm gonna have it in this original.
if I go in and I like fix the game and then I review the fixed version of the
Yeah,
game, I
that's
don't know, that
true.
doesn't feel right.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's
But
fair.
they are doing that remaster. They announced it like right before I left for California.
The
And,
remaster for it.
so that's pretty cool. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's much of a remaster. Like they just kind of like cleaned up the resolution. It doesn't look like it's any new textures or nothing. But
Yeah, nothing too crazy, right?
yeah, like everyone's still very polygonal.
Polygonal. That sounds like some type of relationship.
Yes. Yeah.
We're polygonal. Not to be confused with polygamy. But yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm glad you had this journey, if you will.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It sounds like it, man. Living it up out there, touching grass. And speaking of touching, terrible segue. Crusader.
You speak?
Yeah, Crusader, what you been touching?
What have you been
Not
touching
grass.
lately, man?
Not grass. So since the last, so I think the last couple times that we were on, I said I was playing a Minecraft mod pack. This has not changed. This is the only thing I think I have played in the last like month and a half.
So
we
you're
have
telling
been
us
having so
you're
much fun.
consistent. Yeah, you're consistent. That's
Yeah,
all.
we have been having so much fun. We just today got centralized power in our base, so instead of having a bunch of little generators all over the base, we have a bunch of big generators that pump power into a big battery that we're using to then send power to all of our machines throughout our base.
Oh man, look at you
We're
all.
working our way to making a rocket, the Tier 2 rocket, to go to Mars. And a couple of other, I don't remember what all the Tier 2 planets
So
are.
you're basically, you all are playing Elon Musk simulator right now.
Kinda, yeah.
That's okay. I see. You all are what is it? Starlink?
Yeah.
You're building Starlink to get this SpaceX going. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. And it has been a lot of fun thus far playing with my friends. Like, we have been having a blast.
It's amazing how much fun you can have when, like, even the silliest of games. Not to say that this one is,
Yeah.
but in general, when you have good company, right?
Yeah, once we have our, because we've started to clean up our what's called the personal dimension. It's basically once you get far enough, I think it's once we got to the moon, we can set up a long-term base for automation in a like a dimension that's like super flat. So like it's completely flat, so it's really easy to build a base on, and you don't have to worry about because the monsters in the pack are like really dangerous. They have like Diablo-like traits where they spawn with like a bunch of different like affixes, like extra health, regen, stuff like that. And there's a bunch of like really awful variants of stuff. Like there's a creeper that when it explodes, it puts gravel all over your base. There's another one that like when it explodes, it encases you in cobblestone with water in the middle, so you just drown. So we finally have our main base in a safe world, and our but we still have to go into all of the other like regular dimensions in order to mine, and so we have to deal with like the combat constantly. But or gather resources, I should say. It's not just mining, but yeah, it's we're having a ton of fun.
That's dope, man. I mean, I would caution you because of your backlog. I mean, this is how we get into these troubles.
It's fine. My backlog is something to enjoy to get through, not something that should be a job. Because as soon as it feels like a job, then you aren't enjoying gaming properly.
That is true. That is
and
true.
so I will get through. My backlog is more like a library that I have available to me.
Yeah.
I do need to start Outer Worlds 2, though, desperately.
Yeah.
I really want to play it, But every time when I come home and I think I'm gonna start it, I see my friends are on, and I'm like, I could be playing with them right now, and so I do.
There is that, right? Like
I have played Battlefield. I have played Battlefield.
you played
Actually, I played
Battlefield
Battlefield
6.
6.
Nice.
And Battlefield 6 slaps. I have been playing that a bit.
Okay. Well, you listen. You're ahead of me when it comes to that part, at least. I don't really have a interest in Battlefield 6 or Call of Duty. I'm the odd man out. But I respect it. But that said, I mean, the reason why I typically want to try to move forward and play more games, aside from wanting more, challenges, new adventures, etc. Yeah, because we got so many coming this year, man. As far as releases,
So
I mean,
many good games coming.
man, I was looking at my PC app on Xbox PC app on PC, and it showed all these different games I had. I should get an image of this one day and post it. And if people want to talk about what Game Pass is giving you, whatever to play, I had a full page of games from the beginning of this year until now that it's like back to back to back to back to back, just crazy list of games from then till now. And that doesn't even touch the games that I played on, on Steam, for instance. So, like, it's been a crazy year. So I definitely get it. And sometimes you don't want to treat it like a job. So I do get that aspect. But it's also like this zeitgeist, like when we're playing these games.
Destiny broke my ability to mentally feel FOMO for anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that.
I don't anymore. So like for example, I'm not gonna play GTA 6 when it comes out. With 98% certainty. I will leave 2% for the sake of maybe they'll unveil a feature that will make me want to come back. Because my favorite GTA game was San Andreas. Maybe they'll have something along the lines of the gang warfare or something like that. Who knows? Maybe I will actually want to come back, but
yeah.
That's gonna be the game. That's gonna be the big zeitgeist thing that I'm just gonna be here. I'm not playing it at launch.
Well, so why are you waiting for that one, for instance?
It's not that I'm even waiting for it. I just don't care.
Oh, there you go.
Everyone today was so sad about that delay, and I'm just like, you and I are sad for different reasons because now I have to deal with the accounts that are posting leaks and rumors about it that are totally fake. And I have to deal with the accounts that are hyper-analyzing the trailers to find, fingerprints on the fucking stripper poles. That was something that someone discovered the other day.
Hyper detail.
And I'm like, and I gotta sit here and I gotta watch that crap for the next, or that crap's just gonna come on my feed for the next, 2 months because, or the next, year, because people are, they're starved for that game.
I saw somebody.
So, we're not the same in being sad for that being delayed. I'm sad because I'm going to be annoyed by it for the next year. Everyone else is sad because they want to play it.
I saw someone say they think that GTA is just some psyop to play a figment of our imagination, if you will.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting, man. You had something crazy stuff going on yourself with the building your SpaceX. I'm glad you guys are enjoying that. Yeah, I mean, listen, I do struggle sometimes with the thought of, okay, I got to move forward to play this because, again, the zeitgeist, and I want to be relevant up to current topics of things to talk about when we do the podcast, or other podcasts that I appear on. So there is that for me, but I get it. I respect it. But yeah, I mean, as far as myself, I have been playing a ton of different games, so it's I can go on and on and on. But the latest ones I've been playing is obviously one on the screen now, Ninja Gaiden 4. What's up, Punty? Ninja Gaiden 4, which I loved. One of the better, I think, more in-depth games in the series, actually. I know people were kind of like, oh, Ryu didn't get enough. But once you beat it, you can replay the entire game with Ryu. So to me, it's a non-complaint. And the story is kind of enough where I've never found any of the Ninja Gaiden stories really to be that deep, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't think that's why people go to those games.
Exactly. So, it's whatever. So people are like, oh, but the story, what story? It's very thin. I don't think the narrative is that strong. I don't think it. You just got an idea. Okay, I got to go do this and do this with a dragon. Okay, very simple, thin narrative. Cool. Give me the enemies to slice and dice. That's really what it comes down to. And so you can replay it with Ryu from the beginning to the end if you want on New Game Plus, and it feels no different, really, than when you start with Yakumo. That said, man, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I do want to play it on Master Ninja and beat it on Master Ninja. I've only played it on normal, but it was fairly challenging even on normal. So I'm interested in seeing how much I'm going to get my ass handed to me on Master Ninja. So play through that. It's been a crazy ninja year this year, actually. I still got to get through Rage Bound. I've played through Shinobi. Loved the hell out of that. And what else did we have? It was another one, too. Oh, yeah, we got Ghost of Yote. But I'm waiting on that one, actually. I think I'm actually going to wait for that to go to PC to play it. But
I'm gonna see. I think that could be a good one for them to do crossplay with.
Yeah, exactly.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I picked it up, but I haven't touched it yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've had some friends who fucking loved it though, like adored it. So
the thing, I felt like, I think, I don't know if this, I don't think it's even in a unique view, but I think Assassin's Creed Shadows kind of took its lunch a little bit. And I think that's probably why I wasn't like, oh man, I gotta play this. It goes to Yote. Like I think Shadows eclipsed it a little bit for me. I didn't feel the need to quickly get on it. Honestly, and I'm going to be honest, and I'm not even saying this is some type of console war bait. The PS5 has largely become a weight, like just kind of sitting there collecting dust lately. I've already gotten rid of the Xbox Series X because I'm just playing everything on PC. I can't see the PlayStation 5 lasting much longer. I'm just going to be honest.
I only bought my PS5 originally for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and I was okay with it just being for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Oh man,
it's been a happy little accident that they've been porting some PS2 games that I want to play, like the old Sly Cooper games.
Speaking of that, I played that on the old Odin 2, like by the way. We were talking beforehand.
Yeah, but I can get trophies.
Yeah, that is true.
Trophies and achievements give me serotonin. It's not quite the same with Steam, but like the Xbox trophy or the Xbox achievements and PlayStation trophies, they hit in a certain way. That's kind of like it's a dopamine rush.
No, I'm with you on that. Actually, I was talking about that on Boom's podcast. I was saying the achievements popping is tough to. I think that's the reason why I'm so behind. It's not even a matter of all these other games that I've been playing. It's because I'm trying to get all the achievements in the game, right? Because like you said, the serotonin, like having that diamond pop up or something like that, or getting some crazy achievement that's tough to get. Yeah, it's tough to escape from sometimes for me too. So I know what you mean. I have to get out of that mindset though, because that has held me back from moving forward for a long time. That's why my backlog is ridiculous just for that alone. Let alone all the other games releasing that I couldn't get to in time. But that said, also had been playing this. I played a bit of Outer Worlds too. They seem to have improved it a lot from the original. It's in general, it seems like I guess I don't want to say overhaul, but it's like they've I think improved just on all the basic things overall from the first game to now. And I think it's really enjoyable for that reason. I also will say, and this is one of the complaints I had, I don't know if I mentioned it on here before, but Bethesda, they'll have, for instance, Starfield, and I think Starfield could have been much more grand in the sense of like, in the vein of a Mass Effect, had it actually had CGI or cutscenes or in-game cutscenes that, you know what I mean, that expanded what happens after you complete a major mission. And I've had this discussion with a few. They were like, but that's that other games do that. I just feel like they need to advance in more modern storytelling. Because to me, I'm going to be honest, there's nothing worse than completing some major mission to save the galaxy. And it's like, oh, let me go to this person that gave me the mission or whoever. And it's like, let's just zoom in on your face and talk. Like, no, show me what happened. Show me something. Give me some major payoff for that. That's
I'm
the
a firm
reason.
believer in I'm anti-homogenization of games, so I'm gonna have to completely disagree with you there.
Yeah, but
I feel that it's very boring when every game feels exactly the same, and the fact that Bethesda games are like some of the few games that feel uniquely X company game is a big selling point for me.
yeah, but that's my thing. I don't think it's a homogenous thing. I don't think there's many spacefaring games that tell a story like Starfield. You know what I mean? I think Mass Effect is Mass Effect, and there's no other game quite like a Mass Effect. Outer Worlds is Outer Worlds. No game is quite like that.
Sure.
I don't think cutscenes would change that. You know what I mean?
I
Still
don't know.
telling a
I don't
story.
know. I don't know what in like I see. I fail to see the intrinsic value that the cutscene is adding.
Storytelling, narrative.
Yeah, but
The
like,
idea is to show, not tell.
is it necessary to tell the story at a grand narrator scale, or is it
I
like?
think so.
Because like their games are supposed to be almost like Dungeons and Dragons, where you're the character, and so to see like I could see the argument that there need to be better realization of the consequences of your actions within the world.
That too,
But like
actually,
it,
that would
like
be
that
nice.
game, like their games are supposed to be like you're the character at the center. They like you're not playing someone who is like an already established character in a world. Like Commander Shepard is an already established character in the world. You can choose a couple of different alternatives for the background and stuff, but like it's Commander Shepard's not like a faceless character. You're living out an existing character's story in Mass Effect.
Right,
Whereas
but how does that change you having a grand exposition for your story, though? Like that in
it
itself doesn't
changes
say that
how
you can't
tell
have
that grand
actual.
exposition.
I disagree. I don't think that you being a established person or not would change that you can see the events of a story play out. You know what I mean? I don't think so.
I think that
Well,
it
but I
would be
think you
better to
can-
do it through in-game consequences that you find as you continue to play.
that
rather than it
that
just
I
being
agree with.
shown to
That
you.
I agree with. That
Like-
should happen too.
Like
yeah.
like you can say that they need to evolve, but they need to evolve in their own direction. And I like it would be like a dungeon master straight up telling you what the consequences of your actions were versus you fucking around and finding out when you go to like the next town in a D&D campaign, right? There's
let
a
me ask you,
different way
with the dungeon
that those
master
style of
situation.
games need to do that.
Now, I've never played any. Danny, I want to hear your thoughts because I heard you about to say something.
what's
But that said, I've never played any board games like Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't quite. I hear you, but I'm like, okay, what does that mean right here? So let me ask: if you do an action, and I know a little small bit, so like you're dungeon master, you roll, you do whatever. What is the dungeon master? They'll explain. What do they do?
Are you asking me or Danny?
You, I guess, since you mentioned it as a metaphor.
So basically, you find out exactly what happens in front of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the dungeon master is never telling you anything more than like the input you're putting in is the input you get out, if that makes sense, right? So in order for you, so like say you kill an evil wizard, right? The dungeon master is not going to tell you directly what the consequences of those actions are for you killing the grand evil wizard. You're going to have to continue playing the game, and the dungeon master will unveil that story as you continue to play. The only time that they may tell you the full consequences of your actions are if the campaign is officially ending and you're wrapping up those characters and you get something in the end credits. Now, this is something that Obsidian does very well in their Bethesda-like games, where like during the end credits you get like a slideshow that's like the consequences of all your actions.
Mm-hmm. Now, to your point there, then that's part of my problem, because even with what you're saying there, the Bethesda games can do that, what you're saying, and still show us actual consequences, or show us actual narrative play out of those narrative decisions, because you're still getting that.
Skyrim has a lot of that. It's just you have to really think about it. Like, for example, as you progress the main story, dragons fucking appear. Like,
right.
But if you never progress the main story past the point, which is something you can completely do in every Bethesda game, you do not have to continue the main story. You can do whatever you want. Dragons won't appear until you do that. Until you
complete whatever
fight the first one after you go to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Mm-hmm.
And
Skyrim.
all of the Bethesda
Skyrim
games
does
have
do
that.
that.
Like,
You're right.
it could be argued that they need to do it more upfront and better.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that cinematic cutscenes that are cutting away to somewhere else in the world that are like shoving exposition in your face fit that style of game. Like, that's all I'm trying to say.
Is it that you don't think it fit, or that you just don't want it? Because I think it fits.
No,
100%.
I don't think it fits because the Bethesda style games are supposed to be to be the equivalent of Dungeons and Dragons. Like that's what they are.
Now,
The
is
same
that
thing's true
hold
with
on? Let me
Baldur's
ask:
Gate.
is that your thought on it, or is that something they've stated? That they say, hey,
That's something they've stated.
that they're
That's
supposed to
them.
be a Dungeons.
Yeah,
and,
they've
okay.
definitely
Yeah.
built. Yeah, I mean, Obsidian and Bethesda definitely built their games like TTRPGs.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, I think it's, I don't know, having a game like snatch the camera away from you and be like, look,
Yeah.
when you did that, when you flapped the butterfly wing over here in Timbuktu, this guy died
Yeah.
because the wind pressure changed. Ooh, like I don't give a fuck. Like that's stupid. Like if the problem that you're having with it is like, oh, it's not cinematic enough, then I think like maybe that style of game is just not for you, because
Yeah.
it really is just like that's never what those games are. Even the
I
ones
think
that
that's
people
it.
say are more cinematic don't do that. Like Cyberpunk doesn't even do that, or like The Witcher doesn't really do that. You know what I mean?
Mass Effect 2 and 3 actually stopped doing that. Mass Effect 1 is the game where it like pans out to like Saren and Matriarch Benezia and that a ton, where you kind of see what the villains are up to.
Right, you do that
And
part
they
one. Sure.
they stopped doing that except for in cutscenes where the villain is talking to another villain who's on screen, like when the elusive man talks.
But
to
you're
Kylo.
speaking of narrative where they're talking. Exposition. I'm talking about actual action.
Yeah.
So, for instance, you escape the Citadel, and what happens, right? And
Yeah.
you see that. That's not just, oh, this happened. Oh, the camera shakes a little bit while I'm talking to this other character. That's what I'm talking about. That needs to be better done because, and it's right, it's the cinematic aspect for me, Danny, and that
Yeah.
I feel like because of it. For instance, I go back to Starfield.
Yeah, I just
Now listen, I got like, I'm not the wildest in hours. I've seen some people with like thousands, but I have 400
Right.
plus hours in Starfield. And
that's true. But you're also a sicko.
Yeah.
Like, you spend 100 hours. You spend 100 hours in 10-hour games.
That is
like,
true. That is
that's
true.
because you're crazy.
Yeah, I spend way too much time in these worlds, just looking around and observing, absorbing and absorbing the world, should I say? But my thing is, I just feel like the only thing with Starfield, I felt that kind of held it back, and I love the whole New Game Plus Unity situation. I just feel like storytelling wise, that's where it felt lacking as far as the cinematic storytelling.
Well,
That's it.
I think that Starfield also just kind of lacked a story that people were expecting in it, just in general, because they went for a Fermi paradox style, like, what is the universe and, like, why does humanity seem to be the only ones in it?
Right.
As opposed to a more, like, whereas Mass Effect is more Star Trek, and you're dealing with the
and you're meeting all
interpolitics
types of
and so like the way that the
aliens.
actual story is significantly different. It's like because like Starfield was going for a story that's almost akin to Interstellar,
Yeah, more
where
grounded
it's
in a
very
sense, right?
confined to a couple set of characters,
Right.
versus a like a grand
Mass Effect story, exactly.
Mass Effect style story. Like that's just that doesn't even have anything to do with its like cinematography. That's like legitimately the type of story it was going for. And one could argue that that was a mistake. Now we don't have a lot of Fermi paradox style science fiction in video games. The only other real example is Dead Space.
I do feel like you're getting really in the weeds about a different topic.
No.
I don't think that whether or not it's cinematic
No.
is about like, well, you see, this was based on Fermi paradox.
I actually,
like that's. I don't
actually
think that's
that
really.
impacted, like, because like a lot of people don't like Starfield's story because of that, and I actually don't know how you make that cinematic. Like, even if you wanted to.
For me,
Like, I don't know.
I'll give you examples of what it could be cinematic.
Sure.
One of the main parts, and this is actually I've spoken on this before, when you have the alien scourge that's like destroying all these other civilizations. I cannot remember the name of it right now. It's this beast. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the alien guy. Sure.
Yeah, the alien guy. Yeah.
the xenomorph guy. Yeah,
Xenomorph thing. Yeah, that big creature. There is one moment in Starfield where when you get to that planet, to get to that colony, it zooms in. You know, it does this little weird zoom in thing, and in game it'll show like, oh, the creature jumped down and was fighting this other alien creature, and it kills it or whatever, and it jumps away. And it's this kind of creepy atmosphere setting where it's
the environmental storytelling,
exactly. Stuff like that. That mission alone was very memorable because of that. And it's like, wow, like I want more of that. That's where Starfield fell off to me because, again, you have more of the Bethesda original style of storytelling. I get it, and I love Bethesda, and so that's why I say, yeah, I hear you when you say it might not be for me, but I disagree. I think that, you know, you can have your cake and eat it too. I feel like they can do that and modernize enough to give me cinematic storytelling for major moments. Because once you actually complete that, you don't see anything. It's just, oh, make this decision. You can either send this giraffe-looking alien to, you know, naturally kill them off, or you can do this this bomb that kills their genetics, or whatever. And you don't see it play out. I would love to have seen that play out.
Well, though you kind of see it play out because there's less of them.
That like, you will see, but I'm talking about actually seeing.
They were straight up like, this will take decades to actually solve the problem.
Yeah, now you'll see it as far as gameplay.
Yeah. Like you'll go to a place and then those aliens will be there. Like there are consequences for your actions. I think they handle that perfectly fine. I hear what you're saying about wanting it to be more cinematic, and I get that. I don't want that. I aggressively don't want that at all. Yeah. Because I feel like in games like that, you're very much like, they are like hardcore, more gritty RPGs. And the last thing that I want in a game like that is the director grabbing me by the head and being like, look over here. That's the thing we want you to see. Whoa, that's where you should be doing. It's like, I'm going to do what I want to do, actually. Like, because I even
but
feel
can't
like
you have both?
Other games, you could, but if you make it, so right now they're making it for me, and if they make it for you, then I'm as mad as you are about it. You know what I mean?
And so
I mean,
it's funny. I think I'm the only one that feels this way, honestly. Like everyone else I've spoken to said the exact same way you all said it. Really, literally.
There's a lot of things that they need to modernize first. I also feel. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like there's definitely other things that need to come first. Like the way that the levels are designed, their level design actually happen, like exists. The way that like NPCs interact on a grander scale. So like how like larger battles play out and things like that needs to be refined heavily. And I think that will make it feel more cinematic in the right way too, where if you get into a big fight and it just feels epic, because like that's back in the day how Skyrim felt like the first time you fucking fight the dragon, it's like some of the most epic shit. Now it feels bad because like the game hasn't aged as well, but like they were masters of environmental storytelling evolution back in like Oblivion and in Skyrim, and even Fallout 3 and a little bit of 4.
Yeah. Because I feel like whenever I look at the games in that sort of genre that do more of the cinematic thing, even when they're not like, because none of them are truly cinematic, but I'm thinking of like, you know, your Baldur's Gates or whatever, like Baldur's Gate 3 specifically. I feel like whenever that was a thing that people were like, oh my god, like Baldur's Gate 3, when you talk to a person, the camera doesn't just zoom in on their face. And I'm like, yeah, it does. It's just at a 45-degree angle. Like, is that all it fucking takes for you people to be like, oh my god, it's so different? Like, if that's all it takes for you, then like, damn, sure, maybe they should put that in. But I don't understand how it's a difference, but I feel it. And then in the handful of occasions in Baldur's Gate where it would rip the camera away from you and be like, look at this, all I could ever feel was like, oh, the person who wrote this section like really thought they were Matt Mercer. Like they really thought that they had something here. They're like, look at this. Wow, how do you want to do this? Like they've 100% said that shit in their back room.
Man, there is something odd happening right now. Let me see something. Interesting. So, thanks to Zach Zach Riley in the chat, he pointed out that some layers missing, and for whatever reason, it's not showing our icons for Discord
No.
when we're talking here. But on another layer I have set up, another scene I have set up, rather, is showing us. So I don't know why that happened, but again, OBS will do what it does on its own. Like literally, I touched nothing, and it did it anyway. Yeah. Like it's amazing how much they mess with things for no reason. I don't know why it happens. It's just, yeah. So let me
OBS
see.
Is cursed. I swear OBS
Truly.
is cursed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. Let me see if I can see any difference on here. That said, while I'm doing that, why don't we move into the news roundup? You know, we got to have more moments like that, by the way, guys, where we talk about evergreen things, because that was interesting. And I've had these discussions on Discord and, you know, in the GCP chat, and we have gone on for hours talking about that stuff over there. So, yeah, we got to have more of that. Just have these things where we can actually debate on. But I feel like I'm like the only one that feels that way, though, when it comes to the Bethesda games. Like I might be in the minority.
Yes and no. I think when it comes to Bethesda games, maybe, but like there's a time and place for very cinematic games, and I feel like those are more like directed, you know, your Last of Us is your PlayStation type things, where they are like, no, you're going to play our story and you're going to do it our way. I think it makes a lot more sense in that sort of situation than having to figure out how to do cutscenes where like 100 million things could be different in any like variation of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think there's ways that like, because like I feel like if Bethesda's animations were better, like the first person or third person animations were better and things like that.
That's what I want fixed.
People wouldn't feel it like if they truly made like the game move in a modern way, like your character move in a modern way, some of that would kind of melt away, because you would get more of the it really feels like you're truly always in control of your character, living out a like constant Dungeons and Dragons campaign in real time.
Okay. Well, I think I've figured out the issue, but I don't quite see it either. It's like it's there, but it's like, okay, but how is that not working now on this thing? Anyway, I'll still work on it.
I can't stand OBS, man.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I had it. I know it offered an update, and I refused it. And it's probably like, yeah, we're still going to do this. Like this will teach you.
This out.
Right.
What if we just updated anyways?
Right, and then have every setting messed up, and after literally going here and fix it over. OBS, gift and a curse. But anyway, how about we move to this news roundup? Roundup.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the news roundup. I thought we were talking about Outer Worlds a little bit.
If we can, but I don't think anybody else played it but me. Yeah, me and Danny. Danny, did you play any of it?
No, not yet.
So yeah, I'm the only one that played it. We can't get into that. But yes, let's move to the news roundup.
Well, one thing that did get mentioned a little bit is this here Grand Theft Auto delay. So this is now the second major delay for Grand Theft Auto 6.
Second public delay.
True. That is true. It's being pushed back to November 19th of 2026. I feel like every time we get announcement of a delay, it's like, oh, it's a year from now. So here we are again, once more a year out from Grand Theft Auto. I don't think this is the last delay we'll see of this, but who knows?
Yeah, this is crazy right here for me, because I mean, it's been, some people have claimed it many times. I know Boom, shout out to Boom, he said that he felt it would be delayed. I didn't really see a reason for it to be delayed again after the initial one. I was like, okay, well, they got it set. You know, it is what it is. They'll have it ready. I'm not one of those types that's like, man, hurry up and give me the game. I'm not like that. I feel like if, take the time you need to get the game right. That's how I've always been when it comes to this. I don't want you to rush out anything. And if they got to take more time to get out, see their vision through, 100% behind that. So I'm cool with that. I just feel like I'm wondering, how does it play out in the long run? Because if they're delaying it like this, it could end up being pushed into next year. And I'm wondering, that's what I wonder. and because
I mean,
next
it's
gen,
not going to magically make it better, like, because it's still going to be launching on PS5 and
right? It'll
Xbox
be
Series.
crossplay for
Yeah.
sure, right?
Well,
Yeah.
and it's
cross gen, should I
it's
say?
been built
Knowing-
for the current generation of hardware. So,
Mhm.
although it's been in development for so long, shit, they probably started. They would have had to start building this thing when the Xbox One was still out. You would think at this point.
Yeah, yeah. That's what were you going to say, Crusader? Excuse me.
I was going to say, like, you know, we haven't seen the game. Like, not really.
Not really.
We've seen, like, in-engine stuff that's playing in the gameplay world, but we haven't actually seen the game. So we have no idea how, as a game that is played by a human being, how it stands. And that's one thing where it's like, until we see that kind of stuff, until we see them like an actual character being controlled as an actual player would control them, I have no way of judging what state a game is in in terms of release. I'm not talking quality, right? I'm talking in terms of ready to come out to the public. So, like, I was always like, this could be delayed. This could come out. I don't know. We don't know anything. We still don't know anything about that game.
Right. So, to address what Rockstar said on the situation, they say, "Hi everyone. Grand Theft Auto 6 will now release on Thursday, November 19th, 2026." So, any idea of next gen that's out of the window for me. But there will be a next gen release, I'm pretty sure. Some high-end performance update, right? They'll do it at some point. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Leonida, aka Florida, and a return to modern-day Vice City. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. Vice City happens to be my favorite in the series, by the way. So I'm excited for this. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Again, take the time you need to get it right. A little delay further, and I don't even really consider it a delay, because did they ever even have a date set?
Yes,
they did.
They
what was
did,
it?
yeah.
What was it
May
originally?
something.
Originally, it was this time last year, and then it got delayed until
May.
I'm sorry, not last year. This time, now it should be out like now. And then they delayed it to, I think, March, and now it's.
I thought it was May.
Oh, they actually set a date, like it will be May or okay.
We had a day. We had not even just a month. We had a day. Yeah. I don't remember what it was, but we had one.
Okay.
I
completely
forgot. Give me a few
forgot.
minutes.
I completely wiped it out of my mind, my memory bank, just because I guess I put it out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, it was originally May 26th.
May 26th. Okay. Yeah. So well, it's a delay then, but I
About
never.
a six-month delay, just about.
Yeah, it's like that to me. I feel like it's still within. I mean, I actually, when I saw them saying earlier in the year, I thought that was weird anyway. Typically, the releases for major heavies like that happen in the fall. So I was kind of expecting
Pretty sure
November.
5 launched in like April.
Did it?
I'm pretty
It's been so long since 5 came out.
I thought it came out short. Oh no, it came out in September 17th.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Thought it was in the fall, but yeah, those games like that in general, though, I guess I've always kind of expected major heavies like that to be fall releases. So it never set right with me.
They used to rely
anyway.
heavily on Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Like companies used to.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Xbox swore by holiday releases and would often just not release anything anywhere but like the last 4 months of the year.
Yeah.
Digital has kind of pushed back against that because they don't have to worry about stocking shelves. They don't have to worry about people doing Black Friday shopping. Things just are. Once you release a digital game, it is on that shelf until you no longer have the ability to sell it because of licenses, right? Like, they don't have to worry about stocking it. There's an infinite amount available, so it doesn't
Yet
matter.
they
as
still
much.
say they've run out of keys.
Well, that's a fun limitation of actually generating keys.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It does like, I don't know. There's not a lot of games that ever launch in May. Like, if they're launching earlier in the year, you usually do think March. So I get why Danny thought it was March.
Yeah, for me, like I said, I was always expecting the fall release anyway, so I put it out of my mind and literally forgot that it had actual a date set for it. So that's surprising for me, actually. But it's been
I
again,
didn't
it's been
remember
so
the date
much.
because I didn't care.
Yeah, there you go. You knew it was something with an
The,
M.
the only time the only thing about this game that I have to worry about when it comes out is that I won't be able to stop hearing people talk about this
Yep.
game.
Same.
That's the only thing, because I've never cared about any of the Grand Theft Auto games. The only Rockstar game I've ever liked was Red Dead 2, and that surprised me that I cared about
I
it.
love Red Dead too. Yeah.
So I'm really not all that excited for this. But the fact that it's delayed another 6 months, it does have me not feeling great about it, because you have to imagine, I mean, that's 6 more months of development. They've got like 6,000 employees. They've got more. I think it's like 10 or 12 studios. And like, what? How much does that add to the budget? Because this has already got $1 billion budget, and I know it'll make that money back. But like, man, there's so much of this where I'm like, I already had the feeling that the second this game comes out, they're going to lay off a bunch of people to try and make that money back even faster. They're 100% doing that now. There's no doubt about that in my mind.
You think so?
1,000%.
Well,
And then on top of that,
firing the people for
Leaks.
some of the unions.
They fired some people for leaks too, right? Allegedly.
Well, they're saying it was for leaks, but those
Oh.
40 people were attempting to unionize, and they're claiming that they were leaking information to the union
Oh wow.
that was confidential.
Isn't that something? So they've been they've been a little slick about it, huh? I see.
Yeah.
a little bit.
That's,
But yeah, so it's like, we've already known for a while now that like the Rockstar formula has really been a big part of what's kind of destroying the games industry right now, with all of these ballooning, budgets and shit. And now they're throwing on an extra year of development onto this thing that's already been in development for 15 years. And it's just like, brother, I know people are going to buy this game. I know you're going to make your money back. It's not going to be good enough to justify any of this shit. I promise you that.
Yeah, well, that said, I'm not sure how you guys may feel about it in the chat for those listening. For me, it's interesting because I think one of the only reasons I'm still kind of holding on to the PS5 is for the idea that GTA, would be able to get it on that and play it, unless there was some type of play anywhere situation that happened, which I doubt very much so with Xbox.
They're not going to allow They're not going to be part of Play Anywhere. They're not going to be part of PlayStation Play Anywhere. There's not a chance they're going to do cross entitlement.
No, yeah, no doubt. I was just thinking maybe if Microsoft could maybe possibly get some type of streaming, allow for it to be streamed at the very least from your Xbox. That'll be something.
I wonder how bad of an impact that would be on the Azure servers, even if it was buy to play on xCloud, right? Because like that is the entitlement for xCloud. So like even if they support that, like I wonder if it would even be playable for the first couple weeks, like, or if like Xbox Cloud servers would just be like the queues would be like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's
like that's what's
going
to happen with that game, right?
Yeah, that's a fair point. It would be heavy on it. Yeah. I wonder. But that's the only reason I'm
thing would be
holding on for.
You know how like we have the whatever the Xbox next console is, it's a hybrid console and PC.
Mm-hmm.
If this is already delayed the next fall, and there's like dispute whether or not the next console will be 2026 or 2027, though most people are saying 2027. I mean, if Microsoft did get their next console out next year, like, I don't think they could rearrange anything to do it. But if it is actually planned for next year, then they would be the only pre-built PC on the market that could play GTA 6, which would actually be kind of huge for Microsoft. Accidentally. I don't know if they'd be able to sustain anything with that, but they could actually probably freaking sell that thing like hotcakes, like their hardware. But that's only going to happen if they can get it out next year in time for GTA 6, because they're going to have GTA 6 on PC within 12 months. Heck, who knows? Maybe they'll have it. Maybe they'll have it day one on PC now. At this point,
I wonder about that. A 6-month window wouldn't be so bad. I would actually wait if that were the case. I don't think it'll be that soon. I can't see it being with maybe a year, I would say, before it gets to PC. But I would love it.
Did I say 6 months? I meant to say a year. I did mean to say that with 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah, a year I can see. I would love for them to get it in gear. Actually, I think 2K would be best.
How long was Red Dead 2?
Red Dead 2 was about a year, I think, or if not more. Also, too, like they're not good at kind of giving you performance updates either. I would want them to,
a year.
Yeah, I would love for them to get better at that. So, yeah, that's the only reason I'm holding on, man. I think it's because of GTA. Like I got the Xbox is gone, so I can't play GTA on that, which I now I feel salty about because now I'm like I should have waited, but now it's like whatever. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for it anyway. It is what it is. Take the time you need, Rockstar. I'm already expecting a generationally great GTA from them. So it is what it is for me.
Yeah, and I'm already expecting everyone to be saying that even when it's not true.
Me too.
Oh my god, this is the best game ever. You can do a million things in it. Did you do those things? No. Okay. Look, they put a bunch of animals in the wilderness and you can really go and hang out with them. Did you do that? No. Oh, okay.
But you can.
I'm glad they spent an extra $4 billion to go do that for you.
$4 billion.
I'm glad that 6,000 people couldn't see their families over Christmas, so you could have that.
It's the little things that matter and add up, right? Them missing their family was worth it for us to
have a mediocre game with probably an ass story. Let's be real. Grand Theft Auto games have never been good at the two things that you would think Grand Theft Auto would be good at. Driving and shooting have always been ass in those games.
I think, let me think. Which one I thought was pretty good? I thought, well, no. 5 was okay. 5 was, I guess, was kind of okay. It was probably it was the best in the series as far as overall. 4 was okay, but driving was clunky as hell actually in 4.
Really driving was a downgrade in 4 from San Andreas.
It was, yeah. It was very clunky kind of. I don't know what they were aiming for. Realistic? I don't know what they were going for with that.
Remember that one mission where you got to like chase somebody on a motorcycle? I think it's like around the wedding or whatever. You remember what I'm talking about? Roman's getting married. It's like at the end. Roman's getting married.
That was part 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
chased the guy who shot him. Shot his cousin.
I was thinking all you had to do was follow the goddamn train.
Oh no, that one too. Yeah, that's rough too.
Yeah. 4, I do believe, like to Stilo. What's up, Stilo? To his point, Zach. To his point, though, I do believe 4 had a great story, though, narrative-wise.
4, I enjoyed 4's story, and I enjoyed San Andreas' story. I did not like playing 4. Because the driving was so rough.
The driving was
San
rough.
Andreas is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, and for a good reason. For good reason, right?
It's one of 2 Rockstar games that I think are actually good.
What's
the other one?
The first Red Dead Redemption.
The first Red Dead.
I
not
love
the second Red Dead?
I love the second
I
one.
made it 3 hours into the second Red Dead and was the level of like attempted realism that just felt uncanny valley for like in order to hunt you must hunt with bow and arrow to not ruin the pelts. And like it just drove me nuts, and I was like, I'm done. I can't play this anymore, especially since I was playing at 30 FPS on an Xbox One.
Wait, what? I thought that'd be something more that you would like, since it's thinking about the whole Bethesda debate we were talking about, where you like those aspects of role play.
It was like I must now skin this fish, and it takes 15 seconds to just sit there with my controller on the table while he skins the fish.
I did not mind. I did hear people say this, mind you. I've heard people say I didn't like where you had to do all these things where you open a drawer and you got to pull. I've heard them say this. Yeah.
And like it's just like I just want to play a video game. And you're doing too many things to make it feel realistic that makes it so I'm playing less and I'm kind of just sitting watching the character do things. Jeff Grubb has a great article from way back in the day when he worked at GamesBeat on the uncanny valley of Red Dead 2. Where like Red Dead 2 has a great story and like that's what I kept telling myself, no, I need to push through it because I need to enjoy the story. I eventually just like watched a playthrough to get the full story.
Yeah.
And the story's incredible. I love it. It's great, right? Like not gonna knock it on that. And if they ever do release a next gen version, which I don't know, who knows, could be announced tomorrow.
Hopefully, I would like that. Yeah.
But if they do release an updated version, I will try it again. It's just that when I was trying to play it during COVID, I'm like, I just genuinely was not having a good time and was bored in the first like several hours, which people told me you really have to make it past like the first like 6 hours and then it really opens up. And I'm like, I don't want to make it past 6 hours for it to open up.
You're right. The opening section, people had a lot of trouble with. I didn't think was too bad. The ending section is actually terrible.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. There's like a epilogue in way of the first Red Dead.
Okay.
Where they're like, what if you were just a farmer for like the next 4 hours? And you go, no, I'm good.
I know what you mean.
That's like
I'm good actually.
That's like carrying log as Kratos at the beginning of the first God of War.
Yeah. You're like, I was doing like cool cowboy shit. I don't really want to like stop and do this now.
Because I loved the first one because the first one still had that old school Rockstar gaminess to it that even GTA 4 has. Where like you know how like the Red Dead games have the like bullet time or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Deadeye, is that what's called?
I guess it was Deadeye.
Deadeye kind of sucked, but that's
in the first one, it's hilarious because you'd like lock onto them with the TN or the dynamite and it traps people. Like through the air, it's hilarious.
It is very funny. That is true.
There was a level of really funny things that you could do that broke up the seriousness in the first one. I loved the first one so much to the point where I broke my disc playing it too much.
Oh wow!
On my Xbox 360, I laser burned the disc.
Oh,
that's great.
I mean, I hear you. To me, stuff like that though, that plays into my style of play with RDR2 because I like really being absolved into their world, and that really did it in part 2. The detail in that game is insane. So I really felt like I embodied the character of Arthur. So that meant a lot, and I thought the story was way better than part 1. Superb.
Easily. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty sure the story of part 1. It's a joke. I think if more people went back and replayed it, they'd be like, "Oh, this is actually the most boilerplate fucking spaghetti western I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah, especially compared to part 2.
I grew up watching boilerplate spaghetti westerns with like my grandfather. You know, like I think I've seen like half of the westerns that came out in like the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Oh man,
big gun smoke guy.
Yeah, no, truly. Like one of my favorites is Rio Grande.
Okay.
Sure.
So like I like, and there was like nothing like Red Dead when it came out. Like no one had really made a cowboy game like that. The only ones who had really tried anything like that was Techland with the Call of Juarez, and it really wasn't the same.
I did love those games, by the way, though.
I played them like in the last year or so, and I thought they were pretty okay. I thought they were pretty good. Like they were above average games, but like it really was Cowboy Simulator. But like it was still gamey. And
they had Red Dead Revolver
where
too, right? What was it, Red Dead Revolver? Well, yeah, Red Dead Revolver.
I didn't play Revolver, and I've always meant to, but it's old, isn't it? It's like really old.
Yeah, it's like I think either Xbox OG or 360, one of the two.
What I'm getting out of this conversation, where we talked more about Red Dead than Grand Theft Auto, is that Red Dead's just way better than Grand Theft Auto. Actually,
Grand Theft Auto
and they,
just has
and they
the
should have just
online
made
that
more
make-
Red Deads.
And Grand Theft Auto has the online that prints money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
but I don't. That's not my problem. I also think if we can just talk about sort of the business practice here, I think that shit's completely unsustainable. I'm pretty sure 2K's fucked.
As far as
What,
their
the
online
online?
part.
Just all of it. They're gonna put out this game and it's gonna make $1 million, and then they're never gonna be able. Like every time they put out one of these, everyone goes, "Oh my gosh, it's the best game ever! It's so generational. They did this thing," and then the next one has to be way bigger, which means then it takes 20 years to make,
Yep.
and $4 billion, and 17 lives and the soul of your firstborn son. And by the time, like, what this thing is taking 20 years to come out. When's 7 gonna come out? Never.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be a while.
GTA 5 symbolizes what both parts of what are wrong with the industry right now, right? The single player is the single player that is hyper expansive, that took forever to make, and the diminishing
actually
returns
gives a shit
on
about.
why it took that long is wild. And after the first couple months, the single player is going to kind of fade. There's not many single player games that like truly have their single player being played forever, right? You can kind of count them on like one hand. Like even GTA 5's isn't being played like extensively right now. Even Red Dead
No.
Redemption 2's
Well, it's
isn't
also
being
bad,
played
but-
extensively right now. I don't disagree with that, but so it has that going for it. It's got like The Last of Us is the like game outside of GTA that has that problem. Like Last of Us 2, right? Where Naughty Dog spent forever and a day making that, and like
If only they had put some kind of multiplayer mechanic in that game.
yeah.
I think
but-
that would have made them a lot of money.
Then
Yeah.
GTA 5 has
If
the other
only.
problem where they have created the forever game that people don't want to move on from. That's like preventing like games from selling anymore unless they are also forever games, which has made everyone want to make games as a service. So GTA 5 really is what led to the industry making 5 to 7 year development cycles the standard, and why everyone wants to chase the next big live service game. Like I find Rockstar to be the actual devil in gaming, because they have created the bad tendencies that are kind of destroying the industry at large.
Yeah,
Like
oh,
physically
100%.
causing studios to close and causing these horrendous "why did you attempt to make this" games to come out, like Sony's live service push. Like at its core, Concord can be rooted back to the runaway success of GTA 5 Online. Like it just makes me sad.
Yeah, well, all of that said, folks, that is to say, we had this Rockstar diatribe just to point out that GTA 6 has been delayed until the fall of next year. Which,
RIP everyone who's working on that game and will
Yep.
continue to get
Yeah.
whipped for the following 6 months.
yeah. Yes, I'm sure they're treating their employees just fine, though. I'm sure. Anyhow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Anyhow, what else do we have, Danny?
Let's see. We had. Well, okay. This is kind of a bigger story. I don't know if you wanted to talk about this or if you already did. But have you guys already talked about the Warner Brothers thing? The Warner Brothers like sale?
No, we didn't. No.
No, we didn't. Yeah, if you want to talk about that, we can.
We should probably mention it. I feel like that's one of the bigger ones going around right now.
Yeah.
So Warner Brothers has announced that because they're getting a lot of offers from a lot of places, that they are now looking at being purchased, which is something that we've heard for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
The big ones that we've heard are trying are Paramount, who has already had 3 offers declined because Paramount lacks the required money to buy Warner Brothers.
It would be a massive debt.
Yeah, it would be a complete. I mean, if Paramount buys Warner Brothers, both will die. Then you've got Comcast, which is not much better. but at least they got the money for it.
Yeah, they got the money for it.
Netflix is looking at it evidently, as well as Microsoft.
That would be a crazy monopoly for Netflix to get it.
Netflix would be insane. Yeah, Netflix would be crazy. I do kind of feel like Netflix is probably one of the more likely ones.
Yep.
I think Microsoft might be one of the better ones because it would be less of a monopoly because they don't own like a streaming service or anything like that.
I feel like they want them to train their AI data sets, which makes me kind of want to puke.
Yeah, well, I got bad news for you. I think they're all going to be doing that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's a lose-lose.
Yeah, that's fair.
Warner Brothers might start doing that shit on their own.
I mean, think about the I don't know I want to say like the expanse, if you will. Think about all the titles, the IP that Warner Brothers would have, that Netflix would have their claws on, or anybody, right? From DC Comics. I mean, for Superman and Batman alone, that's monumental, right?
So I actually think like people are freaking out like with Netflix buying. Like I don't think that Netflix would be anywhere close to a monopoly owning them, because like Paramount would be far worse. Paramount Skydance has bought up like so much stuff recently.
Paramount needs to be,
I guess,
put on ice for a minute.
Yeah,
Paramount is bad, but I think you all hit it on the head a while ago. We were pointing out they don't have the money to do it.
Yeah, Netflix is scary, not because of like that what they would own versus what they already own. In fact, they don't own, like they don't control very much besides like Stranger Things that has the zeitgeist of the people.
But you could argue that
just have the biggest streaming platform.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But what Netflix would do is Netflix could physically destroy the movie industry, like the going to the movies industry, because they are hard against releasing things in
changed
theaters.
Recently.
You're right. After they lost the Stranger Things creators.
So the Stranger Things creators pushed to get the finale put in theaters, so that's going into theaters now.
I thought Netflix had originally said no to that.
They said that it wouldn't, and then later they changed their mind.
Okay.
They also put K-pop Demon Hunters in theaters over the holiday or over Halloween. I think it's still in there. And the report that we read for
exceptionally well.
I could have told you that movie was going to make $1 billion.
I guess we should have known it. Right? We should have known.
So here's the thing: I thought it was just going to end up being bad, right?
Oh, well, it is bad. Yeah,
but it's the right. It was the right kind of bad. I thought it was just going to be bad versus the like it's bad but kids love it.
Right.
Because there's plenty of video
I don't know,
game
is there a difference, though,
adaptations or even just kids movies that like are just bad.
I don't know if there's a difference for the kids though.
Should love.
But that's the thing. I don't know if there's a difference for the kids. I think I've seen some stuff with kids, and even I know I'm saying this and it might sound like kind of crazy to say it, disrespectful, but kids like a lot of dumb stuff, and like
sure.
So I think even for them, like it's relative. For us, sure, we'll see it and be like, this is muck. But them, they're like, yay, more Minecraft. Like, right? That's all that matters to them. It could be the worst thing of all time. Again, I watch my nephew just watching people, and I'm like, how do you sit here and listen to this nonsense? So
they didn't have to buy the ticket themselves.
Yeah, right. That's the problem. They don't have their own money.
I'm trying to think of some examples from my childhood. And I know that there were some like adaptations of things in my childhood that like should have been really good and done really well and just flopped.
Was just trash.
Even at the kids level, and like, and I thought that's what was going to happen with the Minecraft movie. Yeah. I truly did. I thought that it was going to be this should be printing money and failed, and it.
I thought it was going to do okay just because of the name alone. Like the name alone, I thought was going to carry it, and it did. But I've heard it was bad. I haven't watched it because I figured it was going to be terrible.
It is modern children culture. The modern children culture.
Like. Yeah, listen, they know their audience. They know their audience, I guess, right?
Jack Black's funny in it. So is Jason Momoa.
And I love Jack. I love Jack Black. So
there is actually funny, hilarious moments.
Yeah,
but like it's.
Yeah, it's not a good movie.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would only be enjoyable to people who had recently spent multiple weeks playing Minecraft on it.
No, it really wouldn't because I'm playing. I'm doing shit where I'm
Yeah.
reacting chemicals together and making polytetrafluoroethylene. Like this ain't.
How did that roll off
that's-
your tongue so easily?
What
What is poly?
polytetrafluoroethylene?
That's that thing Jack Black sings about in the movie. He goes poly tetrafluoro.
Oh, I haven't seen
Right?
now. You all,
Pretty sure.
you just spoiled yourself now. So you watched the movie, okay? Because I haven't. Seen
No,
it.
well, it's also a lie. But
Yeah, I don't think I could sit through that. I'll be honest with you. But listen, I am no hater, right? Happy for them if it succeeded. I don't want terrible things to do well, to be fair. But
they
yeah.
greenlit a second one, and it's gonna, I'm sure, also do $1 billion.
Oh yeah, that's not even to me. I feel like it's a foregone conclusion. Yeah. So the name
so they
alone,
only
like I
greenlit
said, is so
one.
big. If they do a Roblox
Truthfully-
movie, it's going to do crazy. So it is what it is.
Like Peacemaker did really well, Superman did really well. Like the
Mhm.
DCU is on an upswing. I don't know if it'll maintain that long term, but hey, right now at least they're doing good.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
publishing a lot of like sort of quote unquote third party things. I do think it's potentially telling that the thing that made them the most money in the last decade was an Xbox property. Maybe that does push them a little closer to a Microsoft as an acquisition partner. But
Yeah.
like, truthfully, I don't think they need to be acquired. Like they really are doing pretty good right now.
It would seem
Despite
that way, I
everything.
guess, but I think it's about the overall financials are terrible.
Well,
it's been that way for them
it's
for a
less-
long while now.
Yeah.
It's less that and more that Zaslav doesn't want to fucking do it anymore. He just straight up is like
doing it.
doesn't want
He's
to work
awful.
there.
He's like,
Yeah,
I'm,
he's also
I'm
bad at
done
it.
here, huh? So they just need themselves a new Zaslav is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, if Microsoft actually does end up pushing to acquire them, like truly, I would take it as a signal that they are trying to diversify away from AI slightly. In some ways, and diversify into the entertainment business, because like right now we're seeing like a bunch of the AI executives like asking the government to back their debt with tax money, so that if they fail, that they basically get like an automatic bailout. So like there is some slight concern that the AI bubble could be at least slightly bursting in terms of investment money coming in. So Microsoft could be making some intelligent moves to push towards more diversification away, slightly away, not actually away, but slightly away from AI, and having some other things that they can immediately pivot to and be like, we're not going to fail because we have Azure, we have Windows, and we're getting big into entertainment now, which is something that they should have done.
I don't have too much faith in
Blizzard
Microsoft going that
acquisition.
direction. I feel like I feel like that is out of their wheelhouse rather. But I don't know. I feel like this too. I mean, because we've had this discussion in the
I think
past.
that the video game in general is out of their wheelhouse because they're not very good at managing it.
Well,
truthfully,
I mean, you can say that, but they've had a great year, right? Like they've had games where they've done well. Like they may
They
not
have
be.
Xbox has had a
Finally-
great year. Warner
finally
Bros. has had a great year.
Yeah, but my thing is though, I feel like I don't know if Microsoft, and just going by what they said in the past, what Phil has said in the past. Now, I've used to chirp on it all the time. Man, I want Microsoft to get Warner Brothers, get WB Games, and like so. This would fit into that if they did manage to. I feel like if anything, Warner Brothers is going to have some type
immediately
of
bring back Fear.
piecemeal
All that
kind
was
of thing
yours.
where parts of if all of it is sold off to whomever, right? The highest
Yeah.
bidder. That's
Well,
what I
it's-
think is
it's
ultimately going to be the
possible.
case.
But hear me out, right? Here's my hear me out cake. I'm gonna no, don't worry about it. I'm dropping that joke. Back when we were talking about them potentially buying Warner Brothers before, the whole thing was like, oh, they're not going to buy it unless they can buy the whole thing or whatever. Now the whole thing's for sale.
Oh yeah, right.
So that's part of it. And then what's the most recent thing that they said? Is they were like, our competitors, like they beat Amazon, they beat Google, they're out of the game space. And now they're saying their biggest competitor is streaming services and other things that
And
take up people's
TikTok.
times
Yeah, like
TikTok.
away
yeah.
from video games and the things that they're trying to sell you. So
having movies and comic books and more video games, and basically having a studio where they can take the video game properties and just be like, Warner Brothers is going to be the studio to make those, and having their game studios be like, you now have access to all these IPs. That would be a strong synergy to actually truly fight for the screen time. You're not wrong. You're 100% right, Danny.
Okay, I looked into it more. So my thing is, I don't think Microsoft wants to go that direction. Like you said, they're heavy into the AI now. Actually, and when you look into the open AI, I saw a chart, or at least a tweet rather, that broke down all the people investing. And there's billions from everybody, multiple billions put in. I'm talking 20, 30, 40 billion from different places put in, adding up to like $1 trillion. I think they got like $1 trillion in valuation. So like, I don't think AI is going anywhere for Microsoft. I think that's going to be their main primary focus going forward.
Well,
but just to say, just to throw it out there
like,
really quick though, for
investors are just kind of getting a little like. Did you hear the thing from like literally yesterday? Who's the Sam Altman, the head of OpenAI?
Yeah.
Where he's just publicly asking for a bailout before anything can happen.
Because the AI is not making it's not making money. The only money that they're getting is from investors. They have not yet created a product that creates money.
I think maybe it's not realized yet. But I was going to say, as far as the people who would buy it, I was wrong on Paramount because it's owned by the Ellison family, which I did not know. And the Ellison family have bought a few things. He's the Oracle founder, by the way, Larry Ellison,
right? Which is
so they got more than enough.
Like ChatGPT thing.
Exactly, they've got more than enough to actually.
They did
purchase it.
How much of that is liquid? Because we have to keep in mind that they've also made a lot of other big purchases already this year.
True.
And Warner Brothers is not cheap.
Yeah, I think the thing is, especially with this current administration, with less oversight and things like that, there's no Lena Khan. I think
she's working for Zoran. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, shout out to Lena and Zoran. Shout out to Zoran in general for his win, historic right there. Hell, the youngest since 1892 in New York, crazy.
First time there's been a person not with the last name Cuomo in a while.
I know, right? But that said, I think Ellison's ties to the current administration, him having pretty substantial financial backing, as well as where he can pull money from some other people. I could see them finagling, as they would say, finagling that out.
They could get it through the FTC, no problem. Yeah, that's not a question. Anybody could, though, right now.
True.
They're not.
That is true.
Any big company.
All the tech companies are messing with this current administration, so you're right. Everybody can do it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they definitely could, and they have a direct line to Trump. But Trump, they're not. He can make it get through the FTC faster or easier or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He can't. Well, probably can't. Make Zaslav take a worse deal. Like if Microsoft or Netflix or whoever.
I like how you said probably can't.
Probably can't. We'll see. But if Microsoft or Netflix or Comcast or whoever can offer more money than Paramount, which all of them definitely can because they haven't made huge acquisitions this year, and Paramount has.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like Paramount's already had 3 shot down because they don't have liquid money. Mm-hmm. So they'd have to sell off assets or put assets down for the thing, or do a what's it called, not a lien, a leveraged buyout.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have to do some bullshit like that, and I don't think that's. I just don't see Warner Brothers agreeing to that when they have other options.
I guess I would say too. Like if I had to pick anyone. I would say, again, I do want Microsoft to get Warner Brothers because of Warner Brother Games and all that IP, but I don't think that's ever happening. I think Amazon would make a ton of sense just because, and I say this also too because for whatever reason, Amazon, they put a lot of money into their products, right? We've seen it with their streaming, right?
Except for their video games, which they had just
yeah, exactly.
They did just completely.
That would be death.
That part is terrible. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, but when it comes to actual for their shows and things like that and movies, they put a ton of resources into it, and so for that reason, I would be like, yeah, I could see them doing right by the IP. You know what I mean? In that regard. You also, like you mentioned before, Comcast. Comcast, I could see doing okay with them as well, and it would.
Yeah, I don't think Comcast would be the worst.
Yeah,
I just don't like Comcast as a business.
Comcast,
generally speaking.
Yeah.
Paramount is the worst option. If it's anybody other than Paramount, I will be less upset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think to me, Amazon and Comcast make the most sense. Amazon. Maybe I'm biased, but Amazon, I think I just know that they put a lot of actual, resources behind whatever they put out, and that gives me a little hope that they'll take care of the IP better, I suppose. But yeah, all that said, what else did we have?
Right. Let me see.
Oh, let me Adidas 20, my Chicago brother. He gives us a salute. What's up, brother? Salute to your back. Sotness, what's up? He says they'll make regular searches so incomprehensible that we have to pay for AI summaries with no wait time. Yeah, for sure. It says right before Amazon fired everyone, I thought they were the no-brainer to buy WB. Who did they fire, Sotness? Amazon will buy WB and
almost
spend $1
all
billion.
of their games people.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about like specifically for movies and TV shows. That the gaming part, yeah, for sure.
I believe they let go of like 14,000 employees or something like that all at once.
For the like for the streaming and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In general,
well, they weren't all for
the company.
Yeah, they weren't all from the gaming sector, but it was the gaming sector of Amazon is gutted.
Yeah.
I think the gaming part we kind of knew was happening. I think that was
Amazon,
a foregone conclusion, but I didn't know about the other part.
Yeah. It says from Bloomberg, Amazon making significant cuts to its video game division as part of sweeping layoffs to eliminate more than 15,000 corporate jobs.
Sheesh.
So.
Yeah. Well, maybe I was wrong on Amazon then.
Well, they could be buying it for things other than video games, but I also, and I was trying to look this up while we were talking, I couldn't find it, but I could have sworn someone at Amazon specifically was asked and said that they weren't interested.
That was PlayStation, Sony, not PlayStation.
I thought it was
like
both.
Sony. I know Sony said they weren't interested.
Okay.
Well, in other Netflix news, I got two things coming at you from this. Is A, apparently Netflix is working on a Crash Bandicoot animated series. And B, apparently Don't Nod is pairing with Netflix to make a video game.
I mean, we all know it's probably Stranger Things, but what else could it be?
A Don't Nod Stranger Things game would go so
It
hard.
would, yeah. It would. So right in their wheelhouse
Don't Nod
right
doesn't
there.
have the rights to Stranger Things, though. They made it, but Square Enix owns it.
What's the...
Who?
On Stranger Things?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're thinking of Life is Strange. I was
Oh.
like, how the hell did Square Enix get involved with Life?
No. I'm sorry. I heard strange. I heard the word strange.
Oh,
and I heard
okay.
Don't Nod. I'm like, I don't have the rights to that anymore.
I was going to say, wait a minute, huh? How did they get that from Netflix? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually would be sick, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I could see that.
I'd be down for that. 100%. Yeah.
That was another game I've been playing, by the way, is Dispatch by former people who Telltale Games and such. That made me think of Don't Nod because they do something kind
It's
of
very similar, yeah.
similar in some ways. Yeah. Dispatch I've been playing, by the way. I forgot to mention it earlier, by Ad Hoc, which were former team members of Telltale Games. Anyway, that said, yeah, man. So with this, I mean, I'm all for that 100%. Don't Nod with a Stranger Things. Although, to be fair, what if it's not that? What would you all say? What would be a great IP for them to do it on? I would say Karate Kid.
Karate Kid? Do they own that or are they just making
Netflix
that?
own that?
I truly don't know what Netflix owns.
You know what? I don't know
yeah,
either. Actually,
same.
now that you mention it, I don't know. But they're broadcasting them, but that doesn't mean they own them. You're right. I don't know.
I think the other big ones I know Netflix makes or owns or whatever is Squid Games and like Bridgerton, maybe?
Squid Games actually could be one they could do, actually, now that you mentioned it.
They
Squid
could,
Games
but
would
I
be
feel like
big.
that doesn't fit Don't Nod as well as
Yeah, that's true.
Stranger Things. Stranger Things and Don't Nod feel like chocolate and peanut butter. to
I
me.
agree. Those that go hand in hand right there for sure. Whereas Don't Nod and Squid Games probably is more like peanut butter and squid or something like that.
Yeah, Squid.
They could do Peaky. So there have been a couple games for Peaky Blinders.
Has there?
Peaky Blinders is actually a pretty good show.
I didn't know Netflix.
I've never
owned
watched
to be honest
it.
with you.
I'm pretty sure it's a Netflix original.
I don't know why I
Peaky
would have thought it was
Blinders?
Hulu, but I truly don't know.
Wait, isn't Peaky Blinders? Am I thinking of?
It's the Cillian Murphy like Irish mobster show.
Yeah, isn't that HBO or something? I thought.
No,
It's not HBO. I know
no,
that.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
I'm
HBO.
like 95% sure Peaky Blinders is Netflix.
I'll take your word on it. I don't got that.
I really
knowledge base.
liked that show. It's really good.
I've heard it was pretty decent. I haven't watched it though. Oh, imagine Platinum Games making Cobra Kai like Satan is.
Oh, it was It's BBC owns it and it just airs on Netflix.
Okay, that makes some sense. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Netflix does
they
not
acquired the
own.
rights to release it in the U.S. and around the world.
Okay, so yeah, they're just broadcasting.
So they don't own
producing
that.
it. Or should I say broadcasting? But Netflix does not own Cobra Kai, by the way. So Sony actually owns the rights to it. Yep, they have the streaming rights from Sony Pictures Television, and now they distribute it as a Netflix original. They have global streaming rights, but Sony Pictures owns it. So there is that. Well, I guess that would be the same for Squid Game, because I don't think they own that either. They just have the global streaming rights for it.
I know it's. Yeah, I don't know if they bought it because there's some maybe a book or something. I remember hearing that like when it was time for season 2, the guy who made it was like, I really only planned on one season, but it did make $1 billion.
Yeah.
$1 billion.
So oops, here I go doing it again.
All right. Oops, I did it again. Punty says, BBC, I'll take your word for it. Not the BBC you thinking of, Punty.
Oh.
He's a nut job. Anyway.
It's going to be... I'm circling back to the Warner Brothers thing a little bit.
Yeah.
I just keep thinking like it's going to be none of them. It's going to be like either no one buys them or it's going to be some just like completely left field. Like it's going to be like Nintendo for no reason.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, what if Nintendo gets it? That'd be crazy. Microsoft will acquire the BBC.
Yeah.
Microsoft could afford them.
To get back to the Netflix thing, I do think whatever Don't Nod makes, I will be interested enough to give it a shot. If it's a Stranger Things game, it's a day one.
Yeah.
The Crash Bandicoot animated show, I think I'm also like kind of down for.
Yeah,
I'm
down
not a
for
huge
that.
Crash Bandicoot guy.
Yeah.
But
I'm down for it. Crash
it.
he extends himself, like the world of Crash, right? Extends itself to being a animated show. So yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. They definitely got some stuff there. There's also the aspect of it where it's like I do get a little bit trepidatious about it because like when I think of their animated series, for some reason the first one that comes to mind is that Cuphead one that was really bad.
Was it? I never actually looked into that.
I only watched the first couple episodes because I simply could not continue.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, you saw. This is a little tangential, but did you guys see that there like might be a new Sonic or not Sonic? Not the Crash Bandicoot, like Crash Racing, coming.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
they put a banner up on like the Crash Twitter and like quickly took it down because it looked like it had new assets for a new racing game in it.
Yeah.
And like they didn't comment on it and just quickly changed it back.
I wonder if it was some type of slick, little cheeky PR move to be like, oh, oops.
Well, because they've been teasing weird stuff on that account all year, and like the fact that there could be a Crash show coming could be like, that sounds like, oh, we're getting a Crash Bandicoot show and a new Crash racing game. That's like the most Game Awards announcements that's ever Game Awards.
Yeah, it makes sense. I saw my buddy Logan Meyer post. That's why I came across it on Twitter. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. That makes sense too. But Microsoft owns Crash now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you do have what is it? What's the name of the studio that Microsoft let go?
Toys for Bob.
Toys for Bob. Yeah. So that's the speculation that they've been working on that, right? Or is it Spyro?
It's Spyro.
It's Spyro.
I heard Spyro.
It's not even really speculation. Like they've like teased
kind of an open secret.
The purple dragon horns and everything.
Yeah. Or maybe that could be part of what they were showing. Like maybe it'll be both Crash and Spyro. I mean, it's funny because that's what most people were saying anyway. Like, man, get them to make a new Crash and Spyro game. So this would fit if it actually is.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
because they
yeah.
did the great Spyro remasters.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
The Reignited, yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, and I need to go back and finish those. By the way, I played a
Did
bunch.
they also do Crash Insane Trilogy?
I believe they did. I think they also did Crash 4.
Did they do that?
Yeah, they did. It's About Time.
They did part 4. Yeah, I'm not sure who did the remaster or remakes,
I can
whatever
look it up.
remasters of Crash. Actually, I got
It's
that on
either
my
them
PC
or
right
it's
now. Actually,
the one that got absorbed by Blizzard. No, Insane Trilogy was Vicarious Visions. It was the one that got absorbed by Blizzard.
I can't believe that was VC that did that. Yeah, it's kind of weird for VC to have been Vicarious Visions. So, excuse me. I'm thinking of what you call it. What's that damn name? It go by VC. Visual Concepts in my head. Don't ask me why I'm getting that mixed up with Vicarious Visions. Anyway, that said, what else did we have, Danny?
I got a couple other things, but it is 9:10.
Yeah.
Did you want to go to the main topic? Do you work tonight?
Yeah, I do. We can wrap it up with this next one. Did you have was it a pretty juicy, if you will, next one, or is it just?
I mean, we really hit all the biggest ones, but I can definitely.
We can throw them out and just get them out of the way, and then
hey.
this final.
Konami. This one's really funny. I don't know that it's juicy, but it is funny. So apparently the Wachowskis, back when Kojima had worked for Konami, had asked him to make a Matrix game, and they said no. I'm kind of glad he didn't, but I don't know. If he had started doing like a bunch of licensed games like that, I do feel like his legacy would be different and probably worse. But the game would have probably been pretty good. So I don't know, man.
Did you see that the developers at for Warframe for Halloween dressed up as him and Jeff Keighley?
Were him and Jeff Keighley making out?
They were on a live. They were pretending to be the Game Awards while they were announcing stuff for Warframe.
I didn't see that.
And they
really
added
funny.
both of them on Twitter, and they were like, "I'm not sure if we just got banned from the Game Awards for life or not."
I didn't see that. No.
It was really funny. I'll send it to you guys after the show.
Yeah, that's funny. You said it was Keeley and Kojima making out. Well, if they announced that we have formally got engaged or something. I think Kojima likes the ladies, though. Every time I see Kojima, he's like hugged up on some Hollywood actress. He likes the ladies.
Just because he likes the ladies don't mean he can't get kiss
a
a little Jeff every now and then.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You know, you don't have to be limited. You don't have to limit himself.
Doesn't mean he can't get distracted by a couple of jangling Keeleys, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh my
you know,
god.
get these nice actresses and then go back to the prize of Keeley. You know,
That's
he's
what I'm
right.
saying. Those actresses got their face in Among Us? I don't think so.
You're right. I mean, who can resist?
Oh my god, I can't believe words just came out of your mouth.
I mean, can you blame him for such manliness as Keeley though?
Look, frankly, I ship it.
Still going.
Like, I'm for it. I'm absolutely for it, and I think Jeff is too. You know, I think if you opened up his locker at high school, it's just pictures of their heads cut out of other things and put on models making out.
I can see it. I can see this. It was his vision board, and he's made it come to fruition. Kudos for Keeley for that. You know.
Yeah, we're gonna get Death Stranding 3, and there's gonna be a character called Not Gay Man.
They're gonna call him something more like I was gonna say something more ridiculous, but that's actually pretty freaking ridiculous. Not Gay Man.
Not gay man. Definitely not gay
Yeah,
man. But then he's
definitely
super
not gay man.
non-derogatory.
Right. I was gonna say bye man or something like bisexual, but
Bye. But that's a movie. That's a real movie that exists.
What is
Really?
it?
That's even funnier.
movie-
That's even more Kojima.
There's a movie called The Bye Bye Man where it's about, what is it? It's like some guy's got his name written on like a haunted wardrobe or something, like a nightstand. And if you know his name, then he comes and kills you because he doesn't want people to know about him. Or
Oh,
some
hell
shit. It's
no.
real dumb. Oh, it's real dumb.
Wow. Yeah, Sotness said the plot twist is he'll be gay. If you're like, there's a twist, M. Night Shyamalan style. Anywho, what else did we have, man?
Let's see. We have. We had all the announcements from the Fallout Day. It wasn't a ton, but there's some stuff there. They announced sort of anniversary editions for Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas, which is cool. I like both of those games. They don't really do
New
much.
Vegas. New Vegas didn't get a real anniversary edition. It just got a collectibles.
Yeah, it wasn't like a remaster or anything. Which, to be fair, neither is the Fallout 4 one. The Fallout 4 one's like the anniversary edition that Skyrim got, where it's like we added a bunch of creations and like a couple of little doodads.
And the frame rates increased. Congrats.
Yeah. They also talked about like the next couple of things for 76, which is another big map expansion that actually looks pretty interesting, and it's got the ghoul from the TV show in it. There were a couple other like little things, but those are really like the big points. Is 2 new additions of 2 Fallout games. Oh, and during the conversation, Todd Howard did say, he was like, guys, I promise we're working on more. So there's probably one guy in a closet somewhere who has started writing the word Fallout 5 on a blackboard or something. Please be excited.
Would you all be up for them doing a remaster or remake, if you will? Oh, well, let me just say remaster like they did with Oblivion for New Vegas.
Well, they're doing 3.
Oh, sure, yeah. Because we know they're doing 3, so I'm excited for it, frankly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be down for that for New Vegas. Hell, I'd be down for that for
all of them.
4 at this point. That shit's a decade old now.
True.
With the Morrowind 2.
Yeah, honestly, Morrowind needs it the worst because I tried to replay Morrowind recently.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
It is. That shit is impenetrable.
Yeah. I bought the entire collection of Fallout games on PC, by the way, from part 1 all the way up.
Yeah. Have you played them yet?
I played a few of them, but I haven't really invested enough. And again, if I get into that, it's going to be tough because, again, so many other games to play. So I got to find the right time to get into them and get through them really quick. I'll have to deviate from my style of play to do it, though.
Yeah. 1 and 2 I don't think are super long if you use a guide.
Yeah.
And you won't. So for you, it'll take 100 years. But
the way part 1 is made, I might need it the way because it's different, right? It's not the standard.
You can. Yes. Fallout 1 has a timer on it, so you could fuck it up.
Oh, it's a timer on it. Okay, I didn't know that.
There is. Yeah, because you're like looking for a water chip for your vault, and if you don't get it in time, they will die.
Oh man, okay. There's some mistakes
so
in this one.
It's a really generous timer, but it is a timer.
Okay, yeah, I gotta look into that. Nerds, what's up, brother? Yeah. Okay, well look, let's move to the major topic. GTA was going to be one of them, but we talked about that enough, though. So we met that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
you're
fine.
You just said the other one was the.
No, you're good. That's more than fine. I don't care when we talk about them. We gave more than enough discussion on it. Actually, we talked about that for a long time, so it worked out.
You sure you don't want to talk about it again? I got more.
Yeah,
I can go all day.
I think they should make. I think they should use this extra 6 months to make Jason's butt as big and voluptuous as Lucia's, whatever.
Listen,
I think that would be a good use of their time, then also make his balls react to the temperature.
We've already had enough buy hard man talk. Buy harder. But yes,
Die Harder. There is Die Hard Man in Death Stranding, so we're not far from it.
That is such a ridiculous name, Die Hard Man. Anyway, what's up with him with those names? Anyway, it's ridiculous.
Honestly, it could be that he doesn't speak English, and so to him it just sounds like a
cool name or something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it gets lost in translation.
It's also possible at this point that he's just like, no, they're bad on purpose because it's funny. And if that's
case,
my
I'm
okay with that.
Yeah,
I feel like that might be the case. Like, it's tongue in cheek, it's funny, they'll like it. And to be fair, his fan base does love it.
I'm not his fan base, and I do think it's funny.
Yeah,
me too.
There you go. So listen, we're gonna move to the major topic, one of the major topics, which is what were we gonna say?
I was going to say, just a quick PSA, because this was missed in the news. It looks like there's an Xbox show in November for Partner Showcase. They're supposed to be at the Game Awards, and they're doing another Dev Direct in January.
Oh yeah, that was one of the
but
things. I can't.
that's just a PSA. Like,
Yeah.
we move on after that.
Yeah.
That broke. I think last week they posted that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
No,
will-
Jazz was talking about it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So there is
We'll
that.
probably talk about that in more detail when we get closer to it, because hopefully there'll
Yeah,
be some kind of
exactly.
Yeah,
more
for sure.
information by then.
That
Yep.
said, I do want to show love to Microsoft in the sense that, again, we've said it many times, all of us, like they've been carrying the news cycle for gaming for a while now.
The news cycle in good ways
good
and
or
bad
bad.
ways.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But,
Good and bad.
but they've also put out like 10, 12 games.
12
this year?
games.
Like
Yeah,
this?
it's a lot.
Crazy.
It's a lot.
And I don't think any of them have been bad. Even the one that
No,
I thought
they
was going
haven't.
to be bad, Keeper, like has reviewed surprisingly well.
Keeper was actually pretty fun. I
It was
played
a
through
small
that.
puzzle game.
A small little
it,
puzzle
it,
game.
It was what it was.
Yeah. It wasn't. It's in the vein of a Pentiment, although nowhere close to the narrative of a Pentiment. But it was in that same vein, like almost felt passion project ish, indie ish. It was good. I liked it. I liked it for what it was worth. Yeah,
I hear it's really short, so I'm probably
it
gonna-
is. Yeah,
There's a solid chance I'm going to play that this weekend. even
yeah.
though
I hope
should
you
be
do.
Doing other things.
I hope you do because
Yep.
it's short enough where you can get through it in really about 4
Yeah.
hours, 5 hours, really. And that's with all achievements, really, if you know where they look. But I mean, you don't care about it like that, so you can get through it. Yeah, within 4 or 5
I
hours.
might go for the achievements if it's not like too out of the way.
They're
which
not
it
too
doesn't seem like it
crazy.
would be.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I would suggest just looking up where to find them, just to get it out of the way.
Oh, is it like collectibles? Is
Yeah,
it
like
achievements?
environmental collectibles.
I'll definitely be looking up what collectibles.
Yeah.
I'm not about to scrape my lighthouse against every rock to find
Exactly.
what are the collectibles? Butterflies, new lenses for the lighthouse.
They're like
bigger
environmental, like rocks that'll move around once you locate them and highlight them with the light from the lighthouse, and
Gotcha.
it tells a bit of a story with the achievement itself. Like
So it's
a little lore
worth doing
behind
for
it.
narrative reasons. Too.
Yeah, it's like lore based and stuff. It's kind of cool in that regard. Although with this unique world, I still quite don't know what the heck all of it was about, but it is what it is. I get the analogy of like the lighthouse leading the way to, you'll get it when you play it. I don't want to give too much away. But lighthouse is supposed to lead you home, right? And I think that's kind of the central theme that you get when you get to the end. But
yeah, I was really surprised to see. We're kind of off topic now. I apologize.
no, you're good.
But I was really surprised to see. Kind of funny. They're one of the people that I like actually keep up with most of the stuff they put out. They
Yeah.
did a spoiler cast for Keeper.
Mhm.
Did
And I was
they?
like, I wouldn't have thought that that's the kind of game that would need a spoiler.
I don't
cast.
think it
I'm
needs
pretty
it
sure
either.
Greg loved it, didn't he?
He would tend to
he
like
did-
those
he
types
still-
of games.
He's been moving Xbox lately. He still
Yes.
talks a lot of shit, but he plays almost exclusively on Xbox now.
To be fair, everybody does if you're really trying to play the current games.
Fuck
'Cause
Microsoft.
outside of
No.
third parties,
Stop.
Yeah,
Sony's
especially
only
if
giving you
you're-
like what, one, I think, major first party.
They
this
put
year?
out,
or has it been
yeah, I think
Ghost
this
of
year I think it's
Yotei
technically two
and-
because Death Stranding is exclusive as well.
Yeah,
okay.
well, they published it.
Yeah,
They don't own it
so-
anymore because they did sell that back to Kojima. But
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll give them a
it is
little
those
slight
two, but
credit,
still.
but yeah, if we're talking about, I'll give them slight credit because I look at Ninja Gaiden 4. That's an Xbox release too, so I'll give them credit for it. So let's say 2 maybe major releases from them this year, and that's not. I'm not even saying this is shade, but if you like you mentioned 12 releases from first party and first party adjacent, I guess from publishing, they look at it as first party with Ninja Gaiden 4. That's 12 releases. I looked into it and I said, who else has done something like this with first party releases? Sony had 10
Who else
releases.
has had the studios for it?
No, like,
really?
Sony had 10 first party releases in 97 PS1. Nintendo had seven first party releases in 2017. I looked into this the other day and I was like, wow. So Microsoft literally set a record of first party releases and such.
I feel like if like Nintendo, I would want another look at that because for them, they used to separate handheld console versus traditional home console.
Okay, that's a good point.
So
I'll have to look into it.
Call it two
Nintendo
different
probably
things.
has done it many times.
That's a good point.
between
Yeah.
their handheld and the home console.
I could see
Yeah,
that.
that makes
But would
sense.
they also be counting like re-releases where they're like, we made it a little bit shiny?
Well, that was
They
a
do that
bunch of,
6 times a year.
That was also
Six
a
times
bunch
a
of
year.
Microsoft this year, though, right? Because they did Tony Hawk, they did
That is true.
Oblivion.
Yeah,
they did,
that's fair.
I
That's
feel like
fair.
there is another one that I'm missing.
At least
It-
those two are like, but I'm not even talking about
Tony
like
Hawk.
those two I would view as like bigger remakes. I'm just talking about when they're like, we ported Wind Waker to the next console and it looks the same, but it runs a little bit better because it's on a bigger console.
Well,
like that's more the thing I'm talking about.
The,
They're like,
the
we put it into
PlayStation,
the
I see
Nintendo
what you
Online.
mean. Yeah,
the PlayStation one in 90. What did you say? 97, 98.
97 for PlayStation. Yeah.
That one was also probably, if you look at that one closely, there's a lot of there's likely a lot of where they were publishing it internationally, but it's like some weird third party game.
Good
Because that
point.
was very, very, very common up until the Xbox 360 era, where like weird game is being published by a company in weird market. Microsoft used to do that all the time with stuff. So did PlayStation. So did Nintendo. So did Sega. That kind of stopped in the
I'll have
late
to
2000s.
I'll have to do more research on it. You're right. Yeah, because it's the more basic. Like, yeah, they did this, but if you look into it, you're right. It may be if like Nintendo may have their split from handheld and that and home console.
And
so that might be right. It makes some
Microsoft
sense.
might even have more this year if you count all of their ports, right? Because like, do we count them porting Age of Mythology to PlayStation? Do we count them porting X, Y, and Z game to X platform?
I would just count it on what
that's going to
released
be
on
how
air.
that 97 is to some extent for Sony.
You might be right.
Yeah.
For me, I look at it as what they
And-
released specifically on their platform. I wouldn't even look at the other
Yeah.
platforms for it. But yeah, I'll look
I
into it
wouldn't
more.
even necessarily care about platforms, but I wouldn't count like ports. I don't think that's
Yeah, ports wouldn't.
Well,
count
because
for
like
me.
you're gonna have to look at those numbers from the past
Yeah.
to make sure that those aren't also including that.
Yeah. Although I will say on RSR Ready Set Replay, we're in I think like end of June because we're playing it chronologically through the year 2000, and I think we've already done 3 quote unquote PlayStation games, and they've only owned one of them.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's
Sony was really good at
You
making
also
it feel like those were their games, right? Those we've all
You
Yeah.
also
known.
have that weird era of games where like the GBA game was actually a completely different game from the other releases of the same
true.
game.
That's a good point.
And like that is 2 different games being developed. Like I'll
yeah.
fuck anyone who says otherwise because like
Yeah, and the Game Boy
Those
one is
games are totally
almost
different.
always awful.
yeah.
Do you ever play the Game Boy? We're so far off topic. Do
Actually,
you ever play Do you ever play the Game Boy Mortal Kombat game where you play as Jax?
yes. Yeah.
It's not
It's
good.
it's just totally different from the same named game on other platforms. Yeah.
I've never played that. What's up, 108? Lemon. What's up, brother? Yeah, I've never
But
played that actually with the one from Jax.
yeah, then
I think it's called Spec Ops.
sounds right.
I gotta look into it. I might have it in my emulation list. Now that you mention it, but I gotta look
Is it
into
Special
that.
Forces?
It's Special Forces. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a PlayStation exclusive one.
And it was on Game Boy
Special
Advance.
Forces.
The one I'm talking about was on Game Boy. That's where I know
So-
it from, at least. I guess it could have been somewhere else, but
Yeah,
That the Special Forces was PlayStation exclusive. Let me look at
yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. If you want to
So,
start the
I'll
conversation,
move to the
on,
Let me move to
yeah,
the
say
major.
about the about the you getting to work on time.
All right. So, final topic for today. We were talking about PlayStations and PlayStation and their cross-buy graphic that was spotted. Now, I first when I saw this, I was kind of thinking like, what fan is making some fake little cross-buy image to stir the pot? That was my thinking, right? Nerd says Game Boy's Perfect Dark was pretty good. So that was my first thinking. But this here, started gaining traction. And I haven't seen Sony disavow it yet.
I was able to verify it.
You able to verify it?
Ooh.
You can. It was something that you could see on the. You could trick your console into showing you, and it was something that you could see on the CSS on their website.
Really?
The programming behind some of the HTML stuff. Yeah, 100%. This is these icons are 100% verifiable. They exist on the.
When did you have the
platform
time
now.
to do this in between you're building a rocket ship to Mars in Minecraft?
Yeah, hey, what the hell?
I have 2 monitors on my computer.
I see. He got 2 phones.
Rich boy got 2 monitors.
I see.
I say while
Oh.
looking at 2 monitors.
Fancy.
Right.
Fancy. 108 said you can go on your system and see it, so he's seen it as well.
Yeah.
So PlayStation 5 cross-buy graphics spotted, sparking hope that Sony will finally introduce dual PS5 and PC purchases, which is dope. Let me read this. It says a cross-buy graphics spotted on the PlayStation Store has sparked speculation that Sony is set to announce cross-platform purchasing for its games across console and PC. References to a cross-buy tag seen via the PlayStation Store and a PS5 console store graphic featuring the words cross-buy was recently spotted by social media user Amethyst and investigated by, who's this, Deal Labs. Now, Deal Labs has verified both the PlayStation Store code and image are legitimate, confirming, if nothing else, that Sony is indeed thinking about some kind of cross-buy offering. And that's their tweet there. New symbols will be added soon, website and tool. But here are some nice new features from PlayStation. Yes, some are old, other are unseen. A kind of echo mode. PS5, PC games cross-buy. There's the graphic there. I'm going to redo tonight's thumbnail and probably include that with it, by the way. How exactly this offering may work remains to be seen. However, would cross-buy only be available for first-party games currently released on PC? Would access be granted free for future PC launches? And what about third-party titles? Indeed,
what about Helldivers on Xbox?
Well, I mean, well, shoot, listen. I have Helldivers on 3 platforms. PC, PlayStation 5. Wait, no, excuse me. I only have it on 2. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Did I buy it on Xbox? I bought so many games I couldn't even tell you.
I didn't.
I think
I've played a decent amount of it, but I had fallen off that game before it came to Xbox.
I think I might have it.
I forgot. Your progress wouldn't have transferred over anyway, so there's no real.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Unless you want to earn achievements, there's no real reason to.
That's true.
I don't. But to be fair, like the progress that I had done in Helldivers, like I didn't really give a shit about it. Like I was just jumping in to play with friends. You know what I mean?
But they definitely need to get the cross saves. And speaking of which, Lemon just literally commented to that. Shout out to my brother 108 Dragons TV. Check him out on Saturdays. I saw your stream earlier. I didn't get a chance to check it out because I was in a daze of sleepiness today. Well, this past month, really. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but I've been drowsy. So he's been playing some Battlefield 6. Cross-buy means nothing without cross saves. They couldn't even get PS4 to PS5 saves to work, and we pay for it to work, but not on a PC. And I agree with that. 108.
I do hate that about that. Yeah. I wouldn't say it means nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is a shallow thing. I have to assume, you have to hope at least that if they're doing this, that they are probably going to do the other one. Like I don't know why you would do one without the other.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're so spoiled by Microsoft, just being honest. We've seen the example of they set. So now we're hoping Sony is going to do the same. But to me, this seems almost too good to be true with Sony.
It's fair.
Does that make sense? Because I feel like for instance, they asked a question here on IGN. It says, how exactly would this offering work? Would it be available for first-party games currently released? Would access be granted for future PC launches? I almost feel like Sony is going to make it where you have to pay a larger purchase. Maybe let's say the game is $50, right? Maybe you got to pay $70 or $80 to get it where it's cross-buy.
To get it on both.
You know,
it's not impossible. I don't think they could get away with that for long if they did.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I do think this is just another point in favor of what we've been saying for a minute now, which is like, no, exclusivity is over. Like it's been proven that exclusivity doesn't make money no more. So
at least for them, where everything costs so much to make, Nintendo probably still makes sense.
Well, yeah, for Nintendo, it probably does because.
Their games
frankly, if their stuff wasn't exclusive, I don't know why anyone would even look at a Switch.
Yeah. The Switch, by the way, is collecting dust right now too. Just to throw it out there.
Did you get the 2?
Yeah, I did. I got 2.
Told you it would.
Yeah, I haven't touched that thing either. I'm looking to try to get some gaming in with the family though, with everybody. There's like do some Mario Kart tournament or something that makes me have this thing. But after Donkey Kong Bonanza, it was like. That was wraps. It would work only if they have their own digital store. And that's the thing we've been speaking about in here before. Yeah, I think they're going to have their own. But then
Do they not already?
not yet.
No, they do not have a PC store.
Yeah.
Well, no, not a PC store, but like
They have. I mean, they have
console
obviously in
one,
their
I feel like,
ecosystem. But we're talking. Yeah, I meant.
on
I should have been clear. I meant. I think, and I know nerds meant PC as well. But yeah, we was just speaking of PC specifically. But how would that work in terms, because they're still going to have their games on Steam and stuff like that. So
I mean, it's the same Microsoft. It's the exact same thing as Microsoft, right?
yeah,
Microsoft
true.
does cross-buy on their store with Xbox. They also sell their games on Steam and some on Epic and some on GOG.
Mm-hmm.
The same is going to be true for PlayStation, right? Like, if PlayStation opens their own store on PC, like, the only way this happens is A, they open their own store, or B, because they have like weird shares in Epic that like they could do a partnership with Epic where like the cross-buy is cross-bought through the Epic store.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of shit that Tim Sweeney would like be like, yeah, but you're gonna release them exclusively on Epic from now on.
Yeah.
So I mean, and the whole news of Sony too, it was because they ask another question. They say, indeed, there's no formal confirmation that this cross-buy feature relates to PC at all, amid reports of a future PlayStation handheld being in development. Perhaps the scheme will simply be offered for games that work across PS5 and a new PS5 portable.
I feel like you wouldn't need
show
that though,
up
because
yet.
they would all just be
PlayStation 5 games, right? So would they
you
need
would
that?
you would already assume that would just be the same thing.
Yeah, you'd have the entitlement because of that. Now they
so
could,
and that's how the Vita worked too.
right? And to the other news for PlayStation obviously was now they have it where you can stream your games without having the PlayStation 5, which is something that held me off on even buying the portal. I saw I still see no reason for it, being honest. But
how many handhelds are you gonna buy and only use?
I know. That's why I'm limited. Like I know people who have all types of manners of handhelds, and it's like. And I had to hold myself back from getting the Xbox Ally because I'm like, do I need to get it? Do I need to get it? And I have to stop myself from getting it because of that reason. Because it's like, do I need it? I don't need it right this minute. But yeah, that's the thing. I wonder. I don't know if there will be. I don't think there will be a PS5 portable. Maybe a PS6 one. It feels like it's too late in the game.
The rumor is that there's going to be a portable that's going to launch with the PS6 that's going to be able to play PS5 games.
That's what makes sense.
That was the rumor, and it actually the rumor doesn't even state that it'll be able to play PS6 games. It's that explicitly it'll be able to play PS5 and backwards games, maybe PS6 games.
Okay, so that makes some sense then. Yeah.
But it still you would assume that it just like there's no reason to put a cross-buy from PS4 to PS5 like. The PS4 games just worked on PS5.
Right.
The cross-buy has to be something unique where you're going outside of
the typical ecosystem, right? Yeah.
But like the bigger thing with cross-buy is that it only really makes sense to truly have that functionality if you're going day and date. Right?
And that's the interesting part. I'm glad you touched on that.
Because what's it going to be? Oh, cross-buy, you get it a year later. That
would make no sense. Although I can kind of see Sony doing that to some degree, but that would be so stupid. But I agree with you. One of the first thoughts I had was that must mean day and date. Let me read Dragon's 108's next donation to us. He gives us a generous $5, and the previous one I didn't mention, he gave a $5 before. So thank you for the 10, brother. He says nothing who wants to restart over in a game and Steam have sales across all devices, and Steam is free. It's not too much for Sony to catch up with the times. Yeah, no, I mean the thing is, I feel like Sony has. And Nintendo more so than Sony, has kind of got away with a little nickel and diming versus Microsoft. Like Microsoft couldn't do what Sony or Nintendo does when it comes to the nickel and diming kind of aspects of, oh, we'll give you this, but you can't get that. You know what I mean? I think Microsoft has spoiled us. I'm being dead honest. Microsoft has been more fair in ways.
The entire industry does cross-save at this point. Like my Ubisoft games, like I have to buy them multiple times, but like Ubisoft Cloud games just work across all platforms without any platform input.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for platform holders though specifically. It's like Sony doesn't do it. Sony doesn't give you cross saves and stuff like that, and you're going to pay for it. Like for instance, for getting your saves put into the cloud, you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Like Microsoft spoiled us where we were getting all that without that. That's what I mean by that. So like I don't know. I feel like Sony. There's always some type of catch, and I look at it also in another way. would this benefit Sony really to give you cross-buy options so you don't have to buy the game again on PC?
Yes.
I don't know if
yes,
it would.
It does.
Why do you
because
think
if
so?
they want to get their store off the ground
Yeah.
and they want to do it quickly, they have to give you a reason to go there to start.
Okay.
And if they're giving people dual entitlement,
Mm-hmm.
then you have a reason to start there. That's the same thing that was true when Microsoft started their store. Microsoft's had a hard time getting their store off the ground. It's probably the second to third most popular PC store.
Well, I think theirs
Right,
is
like,
I think theirs is based on because of how terrible it is to navigate it and how, at functionality wise, performance wise, it causes issues. But
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think any of the PC storefronts are good.
are they great? Steam is probably the best overall, but I agree with
yeah,
you
I
in
think
general.
Steam's rough.
Yeah, it's kind of rough
I mean,
too.
It's better than the Microsoft one.
Yeah.
I don't really use Epic,
GOG's
but
is
probably-
awful. GOG's is an awful store, but like they have that great service of you just get an offline installer that you
Right.
can put on a flash drive and
Yeah.
let it sit in a closet for 10 years and then reinstall your game.
Yeah.
Like,
And of
Yeah,
course,
GOG
not having a DRM as well. So
that's what I mean. Like yeah.
Yeah.
They
If
don't,
I'm buying
like,
stuff on
yeah.
PC, I'm wanting to buy it through GOG,
Mhm.
only when it's there, obviously.
This is really interesting for the future of Microsoft, though, in general.
yeah.
Because if PlayStation's doing this cross-buy, and because, like, again, I can't imagine that means anything but day and date games, because it would be really weird if it didn't. And if they're doing day and date games on PC, that means that, like, the next Xbox, you can load the PlayStation Store up and literally just have PlayStation on your Xbox. Like,
Yeah.
those combined two shifts is going to be a really weird situation in 2 years if both happen.
It's going to be a crazy situation. I mean, either way it
Yeah.
goes, you're going to get those games. Like, one of the things I kept pushing was the notion, like, we're getting the reason why I feel like I will buy the next Xbox is the thought that it could be comparable to a mid-tier PC, right? That'll
Sure.
be like
Mid-tier pre-built. Yeah.
mid-tier
If
build,
they
and I'll have access to Steam and Xbox games of past and current, and
Throw it under your
also
TV.
PlayStation games. Yeah, I don't
If
see
it's
any.
exactly what
Yeah.
the rumors are saying it is,
What's
where
that?
you don't have to pay for multiplayer anymore. You can access all your Steam libraries and all your PC libraries. Although, really, honestly,
That's
it
the
won't have
rumor,
to be
yeah.
Steam for me to be excited about it.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
rumor that you won't have to pay
and
for
like-
online anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and have like some level of access to mods and stuff. If you have those three things, it's
It's
I don't know
really,
why. Like it's all of the positives of being
gonna
on
come down to
PC
price,
without the
right?
negatives.
It's going to
yeah.
come down to price.
There's people who think that thing's gonna be like $1,200. There's not a fucking shot. That thing's gonna be like eight, 9 tops.
You think about 8
Yeah,
and 9.
I was personally thinking 10, like a grand
Yeah.
would be the cutoff point.
It depends on where tariffs are at the time it comes out, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking no tariffs, it would be 7, 8. So I'm bumping it up to 8, 9 just for.
I was in the 1,000 range myself because of the
Yeah.
tariffs,
Oh, I think
and
that's crazy.
It depends
Yeah.
on. It really depends on like we're all under the assumption that it's one device.
True.
Like there could be multiple SKUs at like we know there's going to be multiple SKUs, but there could
I
be
would
multiple
expect it
SKUs
is, yeah.
at launch, and there could be. This is the $600. This is the $800. This is the
That's true.
$1,200. Right? Like we're if they're truly going because like they're going to be competing with the pre-built PC market, and they're otherwise they're going to be retaining their existing console people.
Well,
Like
they-
that's what this device is going to compete with. Right?
there is also the
Right.
speculation
And-
that it'll be modular for the next Xbox, which is pretty exciting to me.
Yeah, and OEMs are supposed going to get involved along the way and be able to release their own
Third-party ones.
versions of it. Like
Yeah.
with they'll be able to
The
customize
Asus
themselves and
Xbox,
stuff.
if you will. Yeah.
And that really is interesting when you pair it with the concept that PlayStation might be releasing a proper PC store, because like it really just does mean outside of Nintendo the functional end of exclusivity, which is a really good thing for everyone. It's
True.
only bad when one player is getting out of exclusivity, which is what I was harping on for years. That like
Yeah.
the problem with Microsoft going multi-platform
Is
isn't
that
that
they're
they're
the only
going
ones.
multi-platform. It's
Yeah.
that they're the only
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
going multi-platform.
I do
Well,
remember you saying that. Yep.
But I think what we've seen now is that the reason that they were able to do it is because they're probably the only one in the industry
releasing enough
that
stuff.
has, well, that too, but that has the like financial strength to take the hit if it takes
If
a
it
while to
doesn't-
work.
Yeah. Well, and at worst comes to worst, they do just dump the hardware, and they are just the largest publisher of software in the world, and they're fine, right? They just refactor how their division works, which is really scary if you're invested in their ecosystem, like I am heavily, with I think I own over 780 games now on Xbox, and that's not including Game Pass entitlement.
Yeah. I
But,
got a
like,
good amount myself. I have to check and see, but yeah, the thought of having those carry over is enticing. I think they're going to have it though.
And one thing PlayStation has been good with is retroactively giving you the entitlement that you should get when it comes to digital purchases. A lot of the digital purchases people made on the PS3 for games that were being remastered on the PS3, when they put like equivalent PS2 or PSP games in the emulator on PS4 and 5, you were credited those and you just got the license automatically.
Yeah.
So I am personally expecting that if they do this, some of it will be retroactive. Again, they're not really losing money by giving that to you, right? Because it's a digital service. They're just giving you the digital license. Those games
aren't
are
they
already
losing out
PC.
on extra future sales on PC though?
They lose out on minor sales on things that have already been released. That's not significant.
Okay.
The bigger thing is they're getting people at that store right now. It's the reason why Xbox started it in the first place. It's the reason why Epic gives away free freaking games every week, right?
Pull you into the
Epic
ecosystem,
loses
huh?
a ton of money on doing that.
Yeah.
But they're doing it to get you at that store.
Yeah. They got to try to pull people away
And
from Steam.
When you give the entitlement to something that's already released, and all of those games that have already released are already probably going to be on PC already, and they've already been selling them on PC for a while. So there's only a small subset of people who are really going to truly benefit from the cross entitlement when it happens, if it happens retroactively. Like, I think people are really overthinking, oh my god, they're going to lose so much money. Well, yeah, how many people are actually going to leave the console ecosystem to just go to PC? How many people who are on PC who will benefit from this didn't already repurchase them on Steam?
Well, I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
Right.
So,
right.
but this is my thinking would be if they do that, maybe it'll be for future purchases and maybe not what you already own. Maybe that would be a little dirty pool right there, but I can see them possibly doing that.
Like future purchase, like once the cross buy is up, it's going to be all games moving forward, right? Like,
well, at least all first party ones.
All
That's
first party
they'll
ones.
be
All
able
first
to-
party ones. Yeah, same thing's true with
Yeah.
Microsoft, right? Not in, like they can't force anyone to do Play Anywhere on
Right. Although they've
on
got a
PC.
good amount of commitment so far.
Correct.
But, yeah.
And the same
Well,
thing
and
would
if
be
PlayStation starts doing it too, then
then
Oh,
yeah,
that'll be a
you'll
W.
see
Yeah.
it more universalized.
That would be great. Yeah.
But it's not going to be retroactive for third party. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of older third party games didn't come to the PlayStation Store on PC. In fact, there might not even be many third parties on the PlayStation 4 Store on PC. It might just be their first party.
I don't see a need for it to be just that. And the reason why I feel like the PlayStation still carries weight as far as the name,
Sure,
the brand.
absolutely.
So I can see them still putting their games it does no harm for them to put the games in their store. So I can still see that.
You know, I could also see it starting as only their stuff until they get until it's like quote out of beta or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it opens up to more and more developers releasing on it. Because it's a lot to open. And that was how we kind of saw with Microsoft too, where the Microsoft Store early on was only them and like some stuff they were publishing. And then it has grown now to include a ton of developers. Because like 40% of games are launching Play Only or Play Anywhere now.
That's dope.
It's not enough.
It's only going to grow. That's why I'm hoping
it's not enough,
GTA
but
eventually jumps into
it's
that. But
good.
I'm wishing upon a star with GTA 6. Let me read these two super chats really quick.
My
brother,
it comes out at this point.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's a figment of our imagination. 108's Dragon drops another $2 generous donation. Thank you, brother. He says Sony store means nothing. Steam is the way. A lot of people feel that way. That's what we were just talking about with the whole storefront situation now, with Epic having to give you those games to entice you. Steam is the way currently. They got a monopoly in that way. So we got to see if people can break that up. He drops another. He drops another $5 donation. Let me read this one first.
Yeah.
He drops another $5 donation. He says, console players don't want modular, and many different versions didn't work for Steambox, did it? But these handhelds started something. That's what will be. Yeah. I don't know, man. Things are, things change so much. So it's kind of hard to be like, this is how it's going to be versus that. I don't know.
Handhelds are a flash in the pan. The modular thing could work. I think that's the sort of thing where as long as the base model is good enough, you're probably fine. And then the people who want to do something with it will, and the ones who don't won't, and that's all you need.
That's why I think it's going to be different SKUs. Like truly, like it's going to be like the Series S versus the Series X.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
But pre-built PC at this tier versus pre-built PC at that tier. And like I don't think Microsoft cares about what console players want anymore. I think that they are making a pre-built PC. And they're going to migrate the console players who don't want to lose their library to that pre-built PC. And otherwise, they are going to compete in the pre-built PC market with something that is console-like and can still sell somewhat in the console market. Right?
Yeah.
Because they probably will be able to sell the cheapest pre-built PC on the market because they're gonna have that silicon cheaper from AMD than like HP's Omen line can get the silicon chips because they're buying straight up real Ryzen processors that you could rip in and out of stuff. Like,
and they're buying so much bulk of it, like they're
right. Yeah. So that there is a level where Microsoft is going to be in this weird space where they're going to be able to undercut some pre-built PC stuff and kind of hit that PC market there and not lose a lot of their enfranchised console players because everything's just going to move with you. Like, that's the vision. The vision is not to care about traditional consoles anymore and to just kind of have that legacy stapled.
But it has to still feel like a traditional console.
Yep. It has to. The UI has to feel like it.
That's 100%. The trick right there, right? Yeah.
It has to feel like SteamOS.
Yeah,
because
that's the equivalent in the PC market right now.
Pretty much. If they can get the bloat out of the way. I think next gen we'll see. You'll have a good picture, right? I'm sure that's what they're working on right now. They got all of them, and what's his name? What's my man with the long beard?
Jason Roundup.
I'm sure they got Reynolds, doing this thing right now, getting that UI in order just for that reason.
It has to also be able to play games. That's the big thing, right? Like it has to the performance. They have to improve the performance of Windows. They have to.
Yeah.
Because like the same device running Windows or running SteamOS, the SteamOS one will kick its ass every time because there's so much bloat in Windows that degrades performance. They have to fix that too.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, the one advantage they have over SteamOS is SteamOS can't play fucking Fortnite. It can't play GTA 5 online. It can't play the new Battlefield. It can't play Destiny 2. It can't play Rainbow Six Siege, because they refuse to support the anti-cheat. Even though the anti-cheat technically works on SteamOS, they won't develop for it because it's so freaking easy with Linux to circumvent any form of anti-cheat because it is so freaking easy to access the what's called the kernel, the core of the operating system.
And that just goes to another discussion about how
it's so easy to cheat.
Yeah, but I find it so stupid to play a competitive game and be like, "Let me cheat." It's like, what's the point? Let's go play something else, a single player game, and do that.
Yeah, I mean, the people who are doing it, they don't care about
it's all about trolling for them and then winning and making you feel bad. That goes to the state of the world currently with some people, isn't it?
But
it's all a troll for them. Well, as long as I make you mad.
And this is true with the PlayStation Store too, though. Like the PlayStation Store has to actually feel good to use. Like, it has to have features. Like, that's why every PC store has failed, because Steam has like every feature under the sun. It has the Steam Workshop to automatically install mods. It
and
has
such, yeah.
the most robust review system on a PC store. It has a wish list and a cart. It has achievements. These were things that Epic didn't have forever. It has a built-in chat. It has a built-in forum. Anything under the sun. It has it. So that
the forum would be
PlayStation
nice
wants
for
to come out
Microsoft to implement for theirs. I would like that.
Right.
Yeah.
If PlayStation wants to come out and have their own store,
yeah.
they have to invest in these things. And so that's where I'm kind of thinking they want to have a store on PC where they can sell direct to people for 100% of the take on their single player stuff. And the way they get people to try and use it is to make that store feel like a PlayStation on PC. So you know everything that releases on it has trophies. Everything that releases on it is cross entitlement, so on and so forth. And while you're not going to necessarily convince the people who like Steam to spend money there, you might be able to convince some of your former PlayStation people who went to PC, who maybe don't actually like Steam that much, to go there because they're going to get that PlayStation experience on a piece of hardware they deem to be better.
Right.
Like, that's the thing that you have to look at moving forward with both Xbox and PlayStation moving to PC.
It's a win for them either way, right? Like,
right,
they're getting your money at the end of the day. So, but with them having their own store, that cuts out the middleman. Yeah.
Like I don't think they really care that like a lot of existing PC people are going to be on Steam, because they're trying to target people that they're losing to PC who still kind of like that PlayStation feel of things, or like that Xbox feel of things.
Right.
That's what both Xbox and PlayStation are, I assume, are going to try and capitalize on first.
Yeah. Okay. Let me read this last super chat and a few of the comments, and we'll get out of here. So, One Away Dragons drops another donation. Thank you, brother. $2. He says, donation. He says, Halo Strix $3.95 plus. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, that thing is going to be powerful, man. I talk with Kay about it all the time, about where the future handhelds are going with it. It's going to be crazy. But, for me, Lemon, I talked about this with the fellas in detail on Discord, man. And I've come to the conclusion that the next thing I'm going to get is not going to be another handheld. I was thinking of the Lenovo Go 2, but and then I thought, what about the next time this next thing comes out? What about the next Halo Strix or whatever? And I was like, you know what? Let me just get a damn laptop. So I'm going to get myself a laptop, man, with a really high-end GPU, APU, whatever you want to call it, in it. And the one I'm eyeing is an OLED screen. It's by it's an Asus, and it's a OLED screen. It has a 5080 in it. I'm like, why not just get that? It got a nice 17-inch screen. I might go for a 14-inch. I was told the better to get. So that's what I think I'll do. No more am I limited to 7 and 8-inch screens or whatever it may be. Now I got a 14 or a 17-inch screen. I can take it on the go. I can play games at all the best performance I want, and it'll look gorgeous in OLED. So that's where I think I'm headed, Lemon, personally.
So an APU, by the way, is specifically an AMD chip where the processor and the graphics card are integrated into the same piece of silicon. So the Xbox and PlayStation both have APUs physically in the console. A GPU is a standalone graphics processor.
Yeah, I know. I think the one I'm talking about,
the laptop you're probably getting doesn't have. I don't know that there are laptops that have AMD APUs right now.
I don't know either. Yeah, the one I have to look at the specs of it, but I'm forgetting because I've looked at so much stuff, but I know it has a 5080 in it.
Then it definitely is not an APU, because that is a NVIDIA product.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so used to just thinking of APUs when it comes to the like handhelds.
The handhelds,
and stuff.
yeah,
right.
because all the handhelds are AMD, and they're all one piece of silicon.
Well, I'm confusing them because I was looking at so much. Again, I was thinking of the Lenovo Go 2, but I was like, do I want to pay that? Like, I could wait. But then once I wait, there's the future of other handhelds that's going to be much better. Like he used to his point, the Halo Strix and such coming. Like, do I want to do that?
Yeah, right up until they stop making them because nobody really wants them.
Right. But Yeah, but listen, we've exhausted the topics for this week. Again, we thank you all for coming through and supporting us. We appreciate you. Lemon, thanks for the donations, brother. Really appreciate you. And anyone else, if you want to feel like donating, you feel free. Also, we have subs active now, memberships rather. So you guys could, if you want to become a member, consider doing so. I have to lower the higher tier down a little bit and get that. I was suggested by someone like, oh, take it down maybe $1 or $2. And I do want to do that because I have not ironed out still the things to encourage you all for that higher tier just yet. So until I do that, I guess maybe I'll just keep it at a lower tier. But again, if you would like to, I think it's only like $2 for the membership. Lemon drops another $2 donation. He says ROG Flow 13 has Strix Halo Strix rather, $395 plus.
Did not know that.
And the APU. And that is an APU.
That's fascinating.
Should I say?
I don't. So here's the thing. I don't know that I would actively want. If I'm buying a laptop, if I'd actively want an AMD graphic, because like AMD's graphics just still aren't very good. I would rather get the NVIDIA for the graphics side and AMD for the CPU side, because AMD crushes Intel currently.
Yeah, AMD is doing their thing. Sotness says, where's the EdTech tier? I got to have the Unreal tier to Sotness. EdTech is, if I give you that, it's going to be higher. So, but
Unreal had a win recently.
Right. Lemon drops another donation. Thank you again, brother. This is the big spender right here. Lemon he gets all the fancy things, so he got all the change. Appreciate you, my New York brother. He drops another $5 donation. He says, and for the record, Umbra, I always supported you. I appreciate you, big brother. Absolutely, you have. That's why I always try to support you too. When I can. My ass has been tired lately, and I missed your last show, but I will be there for you tomorrow. Saturday. I'm thinking today's Friday. I'll be there Saturday to come through. And to Lemon's credit, he'll invite me up if he see me in the chat sometimes. Hey, you jump in here. Lemon's just larger than life, man. But yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you guys for coming through and supporting us for the night. Let's get out of here, fellas. I'll start with you, Crusader. Tell the good folks where they can find you and what you'll be up to.
Hey, you can find me at Crusader3456 on most social media. My full link tree is in the bio. I will be playing a ton of Minecraft at GTNH. Maybe at some point I'll do a base tour when our base is prettied up. And you can see the weaponized autism that is Greg Tech New Horizons. Nice.
Let's join Crusader. You should do some streaming for that, man. And they're way to Mars. They're doing their Elon Musk in Minecraft.
Mars is just the next planet. And then there's 9 tiers of them, and Mars is tier 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We should look at that. Lemon drops another $5 donation. Thanks, brother. He says Halo Strix is different. It's a different animal. It can handle 128 gigs of RAM. Sheesh. Different level of hardware flow. 13 has been out a year already. Yeah, Kay I was talking about a lot of this. The thing with the Halo Strix that I think he mentioned was that it requires a lot of power overhead, right? And that's another reason why I felt like I would just go to the laptop, because the laptop I had actually has Halo Strix in it as well, by the way. But it doesn't have the one you're talking about in it, though. But yeah, that's what I think. I'll just go to the laptop for that reason, to have all the bells and whistles. You know what I mean? But yeah, the next Halo Strix is going to be something. The Halo Strix $395 plus. Yeah. Danny, my good brother, tell the good folks where they can find you and what you'll be up to.
You can find me on my other podcast, Ready Set Replay, on Spotify and YouTube. We upload every Tuesday and Saturday. This Saturday is going to be recap, where we're just talking about the things that we've done. But this Tuesday is going to be a review of the first 3 Street Fighter games. So nice. we piled them all in together as one, because there's not a lot to say about the individuals of them back then. They're pretty straightforward. So if you're interested in that, come on by next Tuesday. We got something good for you.
Hadouken. That's my Street Fighter Ryu voice. I've been working on it.
I can talk.
Yeah. Anyway, as for myself, Infinite Umbra or Umbra Infinite, you'll find me either way on social media. I need to get my presence more on Bluesky. I haven't been on Bluesky in a while. I need to start promoting
Yeah,
on
I
there
need to do
better.
a little bit more there too.
Yeah. Especially with the cesspiss piss pool.
The cesspiss.
You may as well be
sorry?
that. The cesspiss pool of Twitter. It may as well
Yeah.
be that.
Honestly.
The hellhole over there. But yeah, you can find me on social media under that, and as well as Tuesdays on the Xbox Factor with Boom and Jamie Moran at 12 o'clock Eastern. And here again with the fellas on Thursdays on the Fix at 8 o'clock Eastern typically, sometimes maybe 30 after. We did 30 after tonight. Depends on how things go and if my sleepy ass is up on time. But yeah, Lemon drops another donation. Thank you, brother. He says it drops a $5 donation. He says 120 watt and 85 watts starts at 120 watts and 85 watts starts at 35 watts. I'm doing an unboxing on my channel for the Apex 1X. Okay, nice. I did see you mentioning the 1X player. You were talking about that in the Discord on GCP. I thought I saw you mention that. Or was it on Twitter? It may have been Twitter. I saw you talking about it. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I know you're gonna be on there talking about you gotta get the 120 facts. He likes saying facts a lot. Yeah, brother. I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you put it out there. We'll share it out and get that out there for people to come through for the unboxing. But yeah, thank you all again. Thank you, Lemon, for the donations, brother. I really appreciate it. Definitely, I'll be there Saturday to check you guys out in the discussion. Saturday, I'm sure is going to be great as always. What's up, Soil Tech, brother? We're going to get out of here. You guys have a great week. Play some games. And, yeah, I'm going to be finishing up or at least jumping more into the Outer Worlds, too. So I know what I have planned. But you all enjoy. Talk with you guys later. Y'all have a good night.